we're live. Cheers.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Yep.
It's exciting to have you.
I'm glad you're excited.
I'm glad you're excited I'm glad you're glad that I'm excited.
Oh, very.
Ironically, this was actually, you brought this up. You were like, maybe we should do another podcast. And I was like, oh, yeah, of course.
Well, I mean, you kept bothering me.
Do me a favor.
I was like, it's just way easier
Scoot
to
your tits this way. Line your nipples up with these two lines right here.
Why, I didn't know there was nipple restrictions.
Take these nips or your shoulders.
Yeah.
I say to the ladies, I go, line your shoulders up with these two lines. It just gets you as much, a little bit more. Yeah, there.
That's fine. Yeah. But I mean, you kept sending me messages, and then I was like, it's just I don't like going over long form conversation at.
Oh, is that what it was?
Well, it's like there's just too many things to.
That's fair.
Too many things to talk about.
I can respect that.
If you want to talk about them, then let's just fucking talk about them.
I respect that. So people understand what the fuck I'm talking about. Is I have had it with how local bands promote and do their shit. I think everybody has lost the way, and the frustration started to remind me of our podcast.
Ah, yes.
Bands passing out paper flyers and doing it the old way. And I started over the last year.
The old way is the sledge. It's better.
That's what you guys call it?
No, that's from Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, is it? Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Where
Oh,
he's
I actually do.
Like,
I do know that.
Talk about the gun, and no, you can't do the gun. You got to do the old way, the sledge.
the sledge.
Yeah, Wolf Mask has a song about that, as they do about multiple horror movies.
It was so funny when I was at their show. So people that don't know, Wolf Mask played with us recently this weekend, and the intro to every song is a quote from a movie. Not always a horror movie, but a movie.
They're almost all of them are horror.
Are they?
Yeah.
God, I swear I caught one in there. Anyways, let's say they're. It doesn't matter if they're all horror or not, but I thought they weren't all horror movies because it was my first time seeing them, and so he tells me the deal, and I'm like, cool. So I walk up like I always do at every show, and I wait for a dead silence, and I yell from the crowd. I go, "I want your body!" From Airheads. It's one of the greatest movie quotes of all time. Dead silent, because usually the whole crowd cracks up laughing, and some other dude will go, "I used to masturbate constantly," right? Like, and all of a sudden, Airhead quotes are being thrown at the band, and it's a great vibe.
Yeah,
fucking dead silence, dude.
Well,
dead silence.
Fucking pulled the wrong trigger on that one.
But where I'm starting this with is I'm 100% fed up with how all local bands promote pretty much. And I say all, yes, I'm generalizing. I'm sure 30% of you don't, this doesn't apply to you. I get it. But I'm still going to just do it. This entire town is fucked. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing anymore.
I don't think you go that far.
The whole thing's fucked.
Yeah.
Everybody's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding.
You've 180 degree flipped from the last conversation that we had about this.
Here's the thing: is last time I think I was more going on like hope and drive.
You were
like
you were definitely going on hope. You had it was a picture of your face on a poster and just said hope underneath of it.
Thanks, Obama. But for real though, no, everybody here is stupid, and obviously I'm generalizing, but I think it's more entertaining to say it this way. Everyone here is stupid. They're lazy. They don't know what the fuck they're doing anymore. And when I see a collective group of bands on any bill only promote on Facebook, I can tell you exactly how many people are coming to that show. Because all I have to do is the math of how many people are in the bands and how many people are banging those people in those bands. And I can tell you how many people are coming to that show. We need to stop. And I've done a lot of fucking research on this, and I have a new plan, and I'm going to prove it. I'm not going to talk about it like I used to. I'm just going to show everybody what the fuck I'm talking about. And paper flyers are going to be a part of it. Because people Jackson's age, I told you about my little brother.
Yeah.
That age, those Generation Z kids, guess what they're doing? They're passing out paper flyers, dude.
It's a fucking way to go, man.
That's what they're doing. They've gone full circle back to what we did
like I said
20, 30 years ago.
And it was just, I've passed out. I've always done that. I've always just growing up in punk rock scene in my hometown and like learning and seeing all of how it was done, the DIY way to do it. I think it's the most effective way. And that doesn't necessarily mean
some would call it grassroots in case.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
If they don't know what DIY means, it's grassroots.
Do it yourself. DIY. Anyway.
Super obvious when we're talking about building your house or fixing, remodeling. But when you're talking about a band DIY, what does that mean? What he's talking about is grassroots.
It's the same.
You're on the fucking ground. You're passing out flowers.
It's the same
flyers,
same acronym. But
same
anyway,
acronym. But
you got to put your shit up, and you gotta go to music stores,
talk to people,
go to
concerts,
pass them out.
Yep.
I mean, it's harder in my old man age to make it out to local shows, but I've been doing it and going to shows and putting up, handing out fucking pieces of paper.
Dude,
and some people literally go, "What is this?" It's like, because they don't know. Because they don't know people actually pass out flyers.
Here's my point.
But this is one of those things that I talked about before, is that's another way that you get all the things. You get artwork out there. You get, you can do so many things with just a piece of paper. Yeah. And it's the same thing with business cards. People don't do business cards anymore. But if you make a cool fucking business card, then it turns into the American Psycho. Like, oh, is that fucking... What sort of finish does he have on that? And and they
I know what you're talking about.
Oh, he's got eggshell white and I got fucking regular white. But yeah, it's one of those things that you have to, I think it's important. And that's just putting face to paper that you're passing out too, because people look at it and go, "Oh, that was the bass player that gave me that flyer." And then now you have a personal touch behind it as well.
I think there's something you said and I almost said, that's my point though. But then I realized that wasn't even a conversation you and I had. That was a conversation I had with somebody else. My biggest problem with most local bands flyers is it looks like a local band flyer. And literally as you're scrolling through your feed, or if I seen that on a bar or on a wall, I look at it, I go, local band, keep moving on.
Yeah.
Your artwork that you do and the flyers that I try to make, and I'm not going to put myself in your category.
Well, and I'm just going to, I also want to say the majority of flyers that I do, because, I mean, I could hand draw posters and do all that, but the majority of stuff that I do, I go and find artists that I like, and then I just Photoshop stuff over the top of it and make the layout, which is cool, but I always credit the artists. And I'm like, I didn't do the art, but this artist, I think this artist is cool, so I put their art out there. I'm not charging people for artwork on that level.
You're charging people for advertising.
I charge people for like all of the layout and everything. Like, I mean, that's something that takes time.
Let's call that marketing. Just to keep it tight,
I mean, it is marketing.
That's what you're doing. That's what, I just want to be very clear. I basically do the same thing. Okay. And I'm not as good at it, so that's why I say I don't even put myself in your category. But what I do and what you do, or what I try to do and what you definitely do, is when we make promo for shows, the goal is for people to say exactly what you just said. What is this?
Yeah.
If you get somebody to do that, looking at your flyer for your show, you've officially achieved the goal. Because that means they're going to actually look at it and actually read it.
Yeah, and question it and go, "Oh, this looks cool. I should go there." It's
now,
not just like some of the stuff is people. A lot of people think they're designers nowadays just because of AI, and they go, "Oh, I just punch it in there, and then it put that out, and then." But if it doesn't look cool, it doesn't look cool, and people aren't going to look at it. And that just goes all the way back to the beginning of our conversation from a long time ago, how we bought albums back in the day. How did we buy them? We didn't have the internet. We went to the record store and like, "Oh, this artwork looks cool." And then you buy it because of the artwork. And then you put it in and you go, "Oh, that is cool." Or, "Oh, that artwork's really cool, but this band sucks." Mm-hmm. And then you would also buy CDs and you'd find one that's good. And then you'd actually open it up and you'd read the thank yous and bands that they toured with and bands that are on that record label. And that's how you just continued to grow that music experience in your life, is by just going through that process. Nobody goes through that process anymore. They type in what band they like in Spotify, and then a bunch of dumb shit gets pushed into their ears, and then maybe they hear something and go, oh, I kind of like that.
That's free Spotify.
Yeah,
that's free Spotify.
Well, I mean,
just to be clear though, because that's why I hate Spotify.
Isn't it all free right now?
Well, no, because I pay for Apple Music. So like when I decide to listen to Cymothoa, I listen to Cymothoa. I listen to your record. I can listen to it exactly the way you presented the art to the world, meaning I can hit play on your first track and go all the way through your fucking album. I can download it, add it, put it in a playlist. Spotify, if you don't play it, pay for it though. And this, dude, homie, you are so right. And this is why free music services are a joke, because my own music, my own fucking band released our single. It went on Spotify. It went on Spotify. I hit play, and it played some other band. That's kind of like ours.
That's like Shudder.
I was so offended.
I couldn't
even listen to my own fucking music on Spotify because I don't pay for it. Go fuck yourself.
It's like Shudder with watching horror movies. Occasionally, like I'll find one that like, oh, that kind of looks good, and then I go to hit play, and it's not even the movie that is supposed to be on there. And there's one movie called The Pale Door. And It's like a vampire cowboy movie, and. Yeah, I tried to fucking watch it, and I still can't find it anywhere for free because I'm not buying that shit. It's whatever.
But to keep it tight, you were basically right about all the shit I was too hopeful and optimistic to see.
Oh,
because you were still doing it.
I guess we can end the
level.
podcast now because you just all right.
Well, honestly though, just to tie it back to how we started this whole thing, because I texted you and I was like, by the way, you're right about everything.
I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about.
That's what you said. You go, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, I listened to our podcast again because it just popped up in one of my other profiles because I have like 6 different fucking Gmails, and I happen to be on YouTube in some random profile and it popped up.
Yeah.
And it must have been, because this is how the algorithm works, it must have been because you guys were playing your CD release show around that time. So I must have been looking at or listening to a bunch of Cymothoa shit throughout Facebook and all the other weird algorithmic bullshit.
Sure.
And it somehow put that back on my YouTube, even though it was my own podcast.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck, man. I was like, I'm experiencing everything he's talking about now.
Well, because now you're back in playing
on the ground level.
You're back playing music
on the ground level. Yeah.
I mean, you've always played music, but
right.
You know,
but now
you're actually in a band and you're playing shows and you're seeing how it is now versus how it was back in the rock days.
I do love the convenience of my iTunes, well, Apple Music, whatever, but that's it. I've completely lost any tactile appreciation for buying an album.
I still rock CDs, man.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
And when I get a new car, I'm going to tell them, put a CD player in it. They're going to look at me like, you're fucking crazy. And I don't care. Put it in there.
I will say, though, that there's a lot of music that I discovered through this same platform. So there is... And this is what I'm really getting at, is we got to figure out how to hybrid the two. And that's where I was going with this, was like...
I found one of my favorite bands of all time on do you remember when you had, I mean, I don't have cable anymore because nobody does, it's all fucking streaming services, but
which also sucks now.
Do you remember? Yeah, exactly, because there's too many and you want one but it's got to be on
and
this,
it's not affordable, and you still get ads now, so
and you're still you're still end up with all the streaming services.
Cut the cord is bullshit.
You're paying for more than
cord.
cable.
It's just an invisible cord.
But do you remember when it was like Comcast in like the 2000s.
Oh, the music channels.
Where you'd scroll all the way to like 700,
channels,
where it was like from 700 to like 800.
2000. It was like 1,300 different channels.
But you could listen to fucking mariachi bands and fucking all this shit. But there was a metal channel on there, and I put that on, and I was just cleaning the house, and it was just random ass shit. And then all of a sudden, this song came on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it was Burnt by the Sun. And I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And then from there on, my wife bought me the CD for my birthday, I think, and then now I have everything that they've ever done, and they're fucking great.
Pandora
and I love
did that for me. The like a week after Pandora launched, it showed up on my girlfriend's mom's satellite TV. It was like a channel.
Right.
And like they had genres. You couldn't search for anything, but you could put in a genre, and they had a metal genre. And that's how I found Gojira.
Oh yeah.
Like years before anybody thought they were cool or popular. That's why I always chuckle when people are like, "Have you ever heard Gojira?" And I was like, and it's not like that arrogant chuckle where you're like, "Yeah, I knew about them before they were cool."
Right.
I was just like, yeah, and ironically, like,
but I
found out about them the strangest way possible. Like the very first time I hit this brand new technology, Gojira was the second or third band that played.
Yeah. I mean,
it was called Pandora.
There is always
Nobody
that,
even
like,
knew what Pandora was when I was trying to tell them.
There is always that, like, kind of little bit of point of pride, like, I heard it first, or I saw it first, or whatever. Which is,
do you have any of those in your back pocket? Because mine is Coheed, and now I hate that everybody loves Coheed.
Oh, I've fucking been on Coheed for a way long time.
I hate that everybody loves Coheed.
No, it's just like, or bands that you've seen before they were huge. Like seeing Mudvayne at Station 4 with like 30 people in the crowd, or fucking
Urban Wildlife
Revocation at First Ave. They opened a show, and there was like First Ave was empty, and it was like me and 10 other dudes on the floor, and I was like, oh my god, this is great. Like shit like that. But that's just what it is when you're always taking in new art forms. And
I remember so this is going to seem like I'm going way off track for a minute, but I promise I'm going to bring it right back.
I'm pretty sure you're going to go off track more than just a minute, but
so I was listening to, I think his name's Robert Rodriguez, the director on Rogan.
I just listened to that, and I was very inspired by that. And then one of his movies, Four Rooms, is one of my favorites. I just rewatched that.
So let's see if we can do this in an entertaining way for them that's listening. So we got to do like a slight recap without going too deep. Do you remember the part in the podcast where he talked about, I'm an athlete now?
Yeah.
Okay. I think not only is he right, I've done that like 6 times in my life. So for the listeners, what he was talking about is he couldn't work out. Like it sucked. He hated everything about it because he spent years talking about how he doesn't like working out and it sucks and he hates it and he just does it because it's maintenance and he has to. And so he wasn't consistent and reliable. Would you agree with that so far? And then one day he just said, no, I'm going to be an athlete. I am an athlete. I'm going to be the workout guy. I'm going to be the guy who likes to do that. Here's why I don't think he's full of shit. Because I've done that like multiple times. Like I remember turning 21 and not really being an experienced drinker. Like I drink light beer, whatever my parents had or whatever I could steal from my parents or, fucking whatever. You know what I'm talking about. So I'm like, well, what am I going to buy? I'm going to walk in there. I'm going to look like a fucking idiot, right? And so I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I was like, I want to be the guy. I don't want to just be some fucking like, I know those fucking drunks. I don't want to be that guy. If I'm going to go in here and buy beer, like, I want to like understand beer. And I was like, I want to be a beer guy. So like, I want to be that cool, interesting guy at the party who comes in with like a weird import that nobody's ever had.
Okay.
And I was like, I'll buy a case of beer for everybody to drink, but I want to like experiment and have fun. I want to be that guy.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm going to be that guy. And then I just did that. And then same thing when I decided to smoke cigars. I was like, God, you know what? Fucking, I miss nicotine, but I don't want to smoke cigarettes. I was like, I want to be a cigar guy, but I don't just want to smoke cigars. I want to be a cigar guy. I want to know what the fuck is going on.
Back to the sommelier.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, and then I started to realize, like, holy fuck, I've been doing this my whole life. I was like, I was a drummer before I played drums. I was a musician before I started writing music because I decided I wanted to be that guy. I literally just did it. I was like, I want to be that guy. And then I just identified as that guy and just did what that guy would do. And I was like, fuck, man. So when I heard Robert Rodriguez say that, it really made me think about music.
Yeah.
You know, because now it's like, as I'm getting older, me and my wife are getting ready to have kids. I'm like, fuck, man, do I want to be this guy or do I want to be that guy? And what's interesting is I am a musician. That's no longer a choice. That's truly who I am. Right? But like, you can be whoever you want. So now I got to figure out what my point was.
Well, I took a lot from that about the.
How does that tie back into our discussion?
His artistic.
What was our point though? Like,
his artistic.
Why did I bring that up?
His way that he went about creating art and the stuff that he said about, you know, having a catalog.
Calling himself a filmmaker
of your whole thing, yeah, and doing everything himself.
No, you are a filmmaker,
and that's like, you know, with Cymothoa, that's what I pride myself and our band in, is the fact that we have a catalog. We have like 6 albums. Granted,
commit to the work is what
I only know how to play what we currently know. I totally don't know how to play any of the shit that we've played before. I'll still listen to that shit and I'll be like, I don't even remember.
You don't have enough RAM for it?
I do not. I pull cards. When cards are done, I gotta pull them out and throw them away and put a new one in and recharge.
That's probably why you're highly operational.
But that's the whole thing, is like,
some people call that compartmentalization.
Right. But having, you know, like a whole catalog of everything that you've done and being proud of it. And also learning from your mistakes. That's another, you know, if you do something and you're like, oh, well, you thought it was good at the time, and then somebody's like, oh, that wasn't that good. Well, I don't know. It was fucking good at the time. Whatever. It's like, it's part of the fucking catalog. Like, you got to take those lumps.
You're talking about like what I call your kill 'em all moments. So Metallica infamously talks about, I wish I could go back and re-record that, because there's this one note in the middle of that solo that I want to get rid of.
Oh.
Like, I don't play that live. I fixed that live. That's what you're talking about. No, that's part of our deal.
No, we do that shit all the time. Like, even on the new album we just did, we're still making, like, slight adjustments, and that's just part of you don't want to hear, when you go see a band live, you don't want to hear exactly how it is. I don't want to hear. Otherwise,
I wrestle with this a lot, dude.
I would like to hear.
Let's do this. Let's talk about this.
I'd like to hear like a little nuance, and like, oh, they changed, just like slightly changed this part, and only you who really listens to it are going to pick up on it. So, which is basically musicians in the crowd are going to pick up on, like, oh, they kind of changed that shit.
I'm currently 50-50 on this, bro, because here's the thing, man. I remember seeing As They Lay Dying in like fucking, I don't know, 2012 or 2014, or I don't fucking remember when it was. But it was when they had dropped their second album or their third album. I don't fucking remember, but
before he was beating his wife all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Before he went to jail,
trying to kill her.
Yeah, for sure. Everybody thought very highly of them still, and
now it's just him.
They sounded exactly like it was on record,
right?
And I actually found it extremely satisfying.
Well, it's really cool if it happens. It's really cool if it happens and it's all organic and live.
It wasn't. It was obviously playing to a click. They obviously, like, they had this fucking thing running like a machine. I found it oddly satisfying. But here's where I'm going to say you're right, is once I see them more than once, that's going to get tired real fucking fast.
Yeah.
Because that's what I love about Metallica, Elton John, some of the most prolific names in music, is every time you see them, it's a unique performance. So I will never say you're wrong on this point. I will say, however, if it's the very, very, very first time I've seen you perform live and you change it from your record, if it's not, quote unquote, for the listeners who aren't watching on YouTube, better, if it's not, quote unquote, better, it can be off-putting. So
yeah,
it's not our call. It's not your call. It's not his call. Anybody's call. It's the artist's call on basically what I think. How bored are you with your songs yet? Because I believe that all of those improv moments that we're talking about, those brilliant, fucking unique experiences, it's because they're simply sick of playing the same song the same way. Seal,
sometimes,
Kiss from a Rose is the exact perfect example. Seal, Kiss from a Rose, never once has played that song live the exact same way twice.
You just say that, and I just think about the Seal commercial from fucking Super Bowl. Which I think
one? Which the recent one?
Yeah, the one where
he's an actual seal.
Yeah, that's exactly where my mind goes right away.
He's been a part of more than one Super Bowl commercial. That's why I had to ask.
Well, okay, but that's the only Super Bowl commercial that's in my mind.
The recent one is fucking ridiculous.
It's fucking great.
Apparently, he was super into that.
Oh, I would be too.
I thought I was
That's
like, man,
did
he know what they were doing?
What the fuck? You got a couple songs and your name's Seal and you're married to Heidi Klum. So, dude, you won. You won. Just go ahead and be a seal on a Mountain Dew commercial.
Didn't he?
Yeah, on a Mountain Dew commercial.
Didn't he have lupus or some shit? That's why he's got those scars on his face.
I don't know.
Those scars are from...
I have too much other things to fucking think about than what Seal has.
Those scars are from something serious, like some sort of like actual thing that happened to him, for sure. But you're right, dude. That dude did win fucking life. But what was our point of bringing up... What was my point?
I don't know what your point was.
No, sorry. I made my point about the Robert Rodriguez thing, but I forgot how it tied into what we were talking about. Because it did. Because it was talking about being the guy. Just like decide you're going to be that guy, and then you will do that thing instead of pretending you're going to be that guy someday. Well, next week I'm going to start working out. Just literally be like, I'm an athlete now. And then when you start calling yourself a thing, you will start acting like that thing. I don't remember how that tied into our first part of our conversation, but it was important, which is why I was like, this is going to seem like I'm getting off track, but it directly relates to what we're talking about.
And you said you were going to get off track, and you did.
And I did.
It's fine.
I did. But it's fun.
Either way,
having fun. Are you having fun? I'm having fun.
Yeah, it's great.
I sound
great
like Donald
Thursday
Trump.
night.
I'm having fun.
It's the funnest. So fun.
It's the funnest of all funs.
No,
I just a lot of people about.
I just think I think that podcast with him. One, I like his movies, and two, just his creative vision and how he goes about creating what he does and doing shit all on his own. Back to the DIY type of thing. He was definitely like a forefront in that in movie making. And
literally,
and also
like quite literally, in every way.
And it also
possible.
talked about like he was an illustrator. He was a cartoonist before he actually started making movies. He was drawing cartoons for fucking a newspaper, and he talked about his process of doing that, and like so he was coming up with jokes as well as illustrations to go with the jokes, and then the way he did shit and just how he spoke and how he went about his whole creative process, I thought was very inspirational. And
he was also super relatable.
Yeah, if you're an artist of any sort, I suggest giving it a listen.
The
Even
thing that
if
blew
you
my
do
mind,
or do not like Joe Rogan, whatever, it's a good listen.
The thing that blew my mind the most about that podcast, specifically Robert, was how relatable he was. And what I mean by that is like, I could have met that dude today or tomorrow at like a sandwich shop and just hung out with him and like become genuine friends with this dude and be like, hey man, you want to go fucking, I got a show next weekend. I'll throw you on the guest list. You're cool as fuck, dude. You want to come hang out backstage? Having no idea he's Robert Rodriguez. Like, that could just be a dude.
Well, I mean, but that's the whole thing about he is just a dude.
But that,
and he also
be that successful, like,
and that's that's like kind of what he. The other thing that he said that
hold on. I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. If he's Quentin Tarantino, I'm like, this is a weirdo. This is a super eccentric, very creative dude, very special human being. I'm thinking, if I just meet Quentin Tarantino, not knowing he's Quentin Tarantino, I'm like, that's not just a dude.
Yeah, he's
a very eccentric, goofy dude, very charismatic in his weird autistic way.
Everybody's just a dude.
But Robert Rodriguez is just an average,
dude.
like you and I. He's just a regular dude. Like, that guy could be a farmer. That guy could be a fucking mechanic. He doesn't give the vibe that he's this brilliant, special, creative person. That's what I was trying to say. He's just a normal human being like Joe Rogan, kind of.
I think everybody's just a normal human being. It's just how other people see them and treat them.
Homie.
So, like,
Elon Musk is not a normal human being.
Well, he's a fucking weirdo, but whatever.
Quentin Tarantino is not a normal human being.
I don't know. He's
cool as fuck.
I'll bet he's normal.
He's cool as fuck. I'm not when I say you're not normal, I'm not disparaging you at all. I'm just saying you're unique. Truly unique.
But there's a lot of people like that.
Most of us are not. I'm not.
What?
I'm not unique.
Oh, all right. Well,
I'm like 45 different people put into one. Like, everything I say and do is just a cheesy fucking parody of some other fucking greater version of somebody
goddamn
like
transformer.
Me. Kinda. Actually, I kind of am, dude. I think most of us are more like that. I think there's less unique people in the world than there are people like me. Like Quentin Tarantino, those type of people, super unique. Just like really like nobody knows a Quentin Tarantino, whereas I know several Kevins. You know?
Like Kevin from The Office?
Sure. Name your Kevin. Like he's my best. Kevin's my best friend. He was the best man at my wedding. That's why I mentioned Kevin.
I guess I kind of disagree. I think everybody is unique. And that's part of the like experience about just hanging out with different people. And the other thing that he said on that podcast that I kind of like to follow is the same way I'd like treat like playing with bands and stuff. I want to play with bands that are way better than me.
Yeah, me too.
I want to like search for art that's way better than mine. I want to see shit and listen to stuff that's fucking you can't even imagine how it is. Like how did they move their hands that fast to do that? It's like that is the only thing. If you continue to do something like that, that's the only thing that is going to make you go to the next level. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because if you don't have that, then you're not going to grow.
I hope everybody else knows what you mean too, because that's the most important shit anybody can say ever.
Well, it's like I'll draw something and I'll be like, well, that's pretty good for what I just did. But then I'll look at like Brandon Holt, his artwork, and I'm just like, or fucking many artists, and just look at their shit and go, God damn, how did they fucking do that? And they did it by doing what I do, but for way longer. Even they just spent more hours and more hours doing the same processes.
Was it in that same podcast that he was talking about art? He was like, I was like making some doodle, and then I hung out and watched a guy who's really good do his thing.
Yeah,
and then I
just talking about
did that thing,
the dude
and then
who did
my painting was way better, right?
Yeah, there was a lot of different.
They call that the rub.
Okay.
They call that the rub. It happens to athletes a lot. So,
well, speaking, I mean, you can go to that because if an athlete
being around
is
greatness,
playing another athlete at their same position, and this one is far better.
Yeah, we call that the rub.
This guy has got to get better. Otherwise, he's going to continue to lose. Yeah. And so that guy has to have that attitude like, I'm gonna fucking crush it.
Yeah, we call that
you just
the rub.
have to have the I'm gonna crush it attitude, but you also have to have the I'm also going to fail, when I'm trying to crush it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Being able to accept that.
So let me specifically define the rub. Okay, and this is an athlete term, but it absolutely 100% directly applies to music, art, anything you want. Okay, it specifically has to do with losing to greatness. Okay, so are you into sports at all?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, who's your GOAT? Michael Jordan, Wayne Gretzky, whatever.
Jordan's obviously, but I mean, there's tons of players that like.
Sure, but just give me one. Just give me one. Who cares?
Nikola Jokic.
Okay, so Jokic. Okay, that's the current GOAT in the league right now.
Well, he's one of them.
Now let's say, and this doesn't mean you directly. So Nikola Jokic, I know just enough basketball to actually have this conversation. He's a center.
You've got the position right.
He plays in a specific spot of the court. So an Anthony Edwards or a Michael Jordan or a LeBron James or Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry are rarely ever going to match up one-on-one with this person. Irrelevant. When we're talking about basketball, the rub still exists. And what that means is when you lose to a Nikola Jokic-led team, one of two things happens. It either destroys your ego and you go crumbling into nothingness, or it strengthens you.
Yeah.
And it makes you better. And eventually you overtake that same greatness and you become the GOAT. That's what happened with Michael and Magic. That's what happened with LeBron and Kobe. It's an age-old tale. What's his name? The boxer. Is it Canelo Alvarez? When he lost to Floyd Mayweather.
Yep.
But he got the rub. So the point is when he lost that match,
dude's got savage head movement.
He immediately became the next best.
Yeah.
Like so that's the point, is when you brush up against greatness, when you lose, did you bump up against them, and did some of their greatness rub off on you? That's why we call it the rub. So when you brush up against them, even though you lost, did you absorb some of their greatness?
Yeah, which is just
did it destroy you completely?
That's just where you have to take failure as a learning experience.
Exactly.
So, and you can't go.
And this is true. Music,
and
comedy.
Everything you do.
You go up there, your band fucking crushes. The crowd is roaring as you get off. Dude, you're high. Your ego is out of control.
Right.
And then this happened to me personally. Dude, I literally thought, I was like, there's no way they can follow this. Like, there's no way. I fucking crowd surfed. Like, dude, the whole fucking crowd was like screaming one more song. There's no way they can follow that. They blew us out of the water, Justin.
Well, yeah.
Dude, they blew us out of the water. Like, it was embarrassing. We were so good. It was the greatest thing I had ever put on a stage in front of 1,000 or more people.
Well, I mean...
But that crowd wanted more of us, and as soon as American Head Charge started playing, they forgot about us. Yeah, and I was humbled and shown what actual greatness looks like, what actual reverence looks like.
I would have just said, hey, we had a good show.
No, we did. But I was quickly like, oh, but there's still another level.
Yeah.
Like what we became was the big fish in the small pond.
Many levels.
We became the big fish in the small pond, and then I realized, oh, we still have more work to do. Like, we can still be better. We think we're good now. We can be even better because we just watched them blow us out of the water, even though we just did our best work.
That's
called the rub, dude.
There's a lot of fucking.
That's the rub.
There's a lot of fucking fish out there. You never know which large one you're going to run into.
That's what you're talking about, though, when you talk about those artwork. That artwork, I created something like that's good for me, but then I look at that guy's. But the difference is you don't get discouraged. You don't bitch out. You go, no, but then there's more to do.
But then you also have to understand that everybody has a different style, and some people's style is more suitable for what they want to do. And also, like, creating artwork, like, then you have to think about like printing and all sorts of stuff like that, where certain artwork is not translated with printing as well versus like doing certain designs in different formats. Like, so like I do like disc golf designs. Well, that's a process with foil printing, and foil printing has different registration and like thicknesses of lines. So you also almost have to draw in a different way in order to make it work for how that's being done. Versus some other things, you can put more detail in, but that's the art side of things. Either way, basically what it comes down to is just fucking take it all in and do your best at whatever you do.
Do you think AI is helping you get a vision from your clients as a starting place more than it's hurting you?
I don't
put out a finished product at this point.
I don't use it at all.
No, but I'm sure. Like, I know for a fact my singer sent you when we were trying to come up with logo designs.
Oh yeah,
he was like, "Well, here's some like dumb shit I prompted through AI.
Yeah,
and I kind of like this and don't like that."
Well, it does.
Does that help more than it hurts?
I have had a few people do that, but it's interesting because you can totally see that it's AI because like the letters aren't correct and they're all like kind of goofy, but some of it does give you like a generalized idea in which way to go to clean it up. And if somebody comes up, like puts in the right prompt to make something that they like, and then they just need it cleaner, a cleaner version of it, well, then I'll do it the right way. But I don't like using it. I don't use it at all. My wife, was it like 2 years ago, I think, for Christmas, bought me one of those Wacom tablets so I can like draw on a tablet. Mm-hmm. And I can't do it. I have to do ink on paper because I don't want. There's something about not having.
You start everything ink on paper. When you're doing real art.
When I'm doing that. Otherwise, like logo design stuff, that'll be like digital, so it's all nice and crisp. But like metal.
But when you say digital,
like metal
you're talking like letters and like that kind of shit.
Yeah, like using fonts and all that sort of stuff. But like. So the posters I gave you, so all that is ink on paper, and then I take it and then I break it down and I do the coloration and different things. I'll do that digitally, but yeah, I just can't. I don't like I like the organic feel of it, and it's just if you fuck something up, you gotta fix. It's just like music, you fuck something up. Like while you're playing live, you fuck something up. You gotta figure out how to unfuck it real quick. Otherwise, you're gonna completely roast the song. So like drawing ink on paper, like oh shit, I made the wrong fucking line.
That's real art.
Yeah, I made the wrong line. Now I have to figure out how to correct that, but still not. I'm not starting over. I've already spent fucking 10 hours fucking making tiny little lines. Whatever. But yeah.
So we're talking about AI. I want to throw my theory of AI at you and see what you think. Mm-hmm. And then once you're done responding, I have to piss. So we'll play something.
Speaking
and take a break
speaking of AI, like the Sky Island thing.
Yeah.
That island.
Yeah.
That was an AI island.
Oh really?
Yeah. But I made.
What do you mean by that?
I made the logo. And I used that AI island.
So you had AI generate a picture of a floating island?
I just found a picture of it. But I photoshopped like a real island and part of the floating island. Like I photoshopped it to create that island and then put it in that.
So you made that?
Yeah, I made that.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben gave that to us when he was on the podcast.
Ben's cool, dude.
Ben quickly is becoming one of my favorite local drummers.
He's pretty fast.
I think he might be one of the most underrated local drummers, though.
There's so many good musicians in the city.
The thing is though, all the music he sent me, like all the shit he's doing, including the Sky Island shit, it's not just about the cool, hyperbolic fucking death metal chops. Like, that motherfucker is a musician. Like, that motherfucker actually sits down and, like, writes parts.
Oh yeah.
And he doesn't just write a drum part for your guitar riff. Oh, you did a fill, I'll do a fill. No. This motherfucker writes a song on drums that properly
escalates, de-escalates,
your
goes this way, that way.
Music.
Yeah,
That's
he's
a
a good
real
dude.
musician, dude. And those are hard to find playing that instrument. That's why I got a lot of respect for certain drummers. And I'm not saying I don't respect other drummers. That's just why I revere certain. This is why Jared thinks certain drummers are good, is because that guy is like, he's not just writing drum parts. He's like writing beats to your music. And to me, that's a shitty description, but it means the world.
A little bit, but I mean, that's the way it should be. It's like everybody needs to know, and I've definitely gone further into this the more I play. Everybody needs to know when to sit back a little bit.
Yeah, I call that fucking off.
Yeah,
everybody fuck off.
Yeah,
it's not about you right now.
But you can't fuck off. But you gotta.
I don't mean fuck off. Just like
yeah.
I mean like it's not about you right now.
But yeah, you gotta be able to sit back. You get in that, find that pocket and be like, okay, I'm gonna just I'm still gonna be there, but I'm gonna drop out a little bit, and now I'm gonna put a little funky note here, funky note there, whatever. I get a lot of shit for that sometimes with Den of Thieves about my funky notes, but
you go a little too far. Huh? Stretch outside of the box a little bit.
Oh, I'm always
add a little color.
You got it.
Yeah, a little spice, a little texture.
Hey, if I can throw it out there.
I love that shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm actually all about that shit. Like, I think that's what makes metal music so unique amongst all other genres of music. Is I feel like metal music pulls in other genres of music more than other genres of music pull in other genres of music. I know how much of a word salad that sounded like, but metal will pull in funk. Metal will pull in blues. And metal will pull in, dude, you're supposed to play this note in that solo. But if I play this note and then this note and I bend them, it's got like a weird country twang flair to it, but it absolutely puts so much soul and beauty into that chunk of that solo that without it, it sounds whack.
And
it's just out of pocket.
That's what we do with Cymothoa is like nothing is off the table. We're always doing something different and like just trying to mold every version of every type of music. I mean, we've had circus parts, we've had fucking horns on one of our older CDs, we've had just like every fucking thing. I played keyboard on one, fucking threw in like this fucking weird like circusy shit, and like
which makes sense why you like Coheed so
just
much.
Do everything.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean, I listen to fucking everything. All the things.
But guys like that
literally, I listen to all the things.
But most guys that play music like you do don't listen to all the things.
I think you have to take inspiration from everything around you.
Yeah, but that's what makes you unique. Like,
well,
you're one of those unique
back to
people.
the unique thing.
Yeah, most of us are not.
Yeah, but I think
most of us are template-based.
No, I think there is a lot of templates out there, and some of the templates are really large templates.
You remember the fucking Kyle starter pack? It's a backwards hat, a fucking Monster Energy drink, a broken piece of drywall.
Yeah, I
used to literally when Kyle Glidden and I were first getting to know each other, the majority of me,
I did some design stuff for him.
Yeah, he's the shit, dude.
Yeah, he's pretty cool dude.
So when I was first getting to know him, the majority of our interactions were me sending him Kyle memes, and he's like accurate.
Yeah,
every single one he was like, "That's totally true." Like that's what I loved about that dude. He just rolled with it. He's 100% honest all the time.
Right. But yeah, I think you got to take in inspirato from everywhere.
Yeah, you are a unique person though, dude, and that's one of the things I really appreciate about you is unique people are few and far between, and I wasn't exactly in the right experience space is how I would say it to
You weren't in the Jared Singer Extravaganza experience.
Well, no. What I was hopeful. I was hopeful. I was optimistic. I was eager. I had all these new ideas.
You had it all. Yeah.
You know, everybody. I know. I'm like, everybody's just being negative and pessimistic. And then once I'm out here, I'm like, oh, all you motherfuckers are retarded.
But it was one of those things like you stepped away for a while.
A long while.
Yeah, and I've never stepped away.
Yeah.
I've gone through the ups and downs and the ebbs and the flows and I just had kids and wouldn't play a show for and we're just continuously writing music. And that's one of those things where I never understand where people, put up those Facebook posts about, well, I'm done playing guitar. Okay. You're just done. So you're just taking that piece of your life and you're going, poof.
Yep.
You're not even going to play guitar at home. You're gonna book burn all your guitars in your backyard and
right.
start a flyer start a flyer. But I don't get that.
Guys do that with their YouTube channels.
Well, yeah, but
I'm done with YouTube.
Yeah. Just.
I'll tell you a story when we're off.
But why do you have to?
Just stop doing it.
But it just goes back. It goes back to
doing it.
It goes back to the Robert Rodriguez thing. Just keep doing your shit. And eventually,
I was going the other way. If you're really serious about quitting and you're moving on with your life because you found something better, then just stop doing the thing. Don't announce to the world you're leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
the announcements to the world.
I misunderstood what you were saying.
The announcements to the world are another sad thing. But
I misunderstood what you were saying.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was.
But yeah, just all you have to do is just keep doing your shit.
Commit to the body of work.
Exactly. Just continue to do it, and guess what? You're only going to get better at doing what you enjoy doing.
Especially, dude, this is so great.
Or that also may find success. So let's just doing what you like to do.
Let's give a literal example though for the analogy that we're talking about, which is Robert Rodriguez talking about if you make what he said in that podcast is there's a lot of guys who made a movie and it bombed, but then later it caught on.
Right.
And if they would have based their career on that one piece,
when they first told them it sucks,
they would have been done.
Yeah.
But they moved on to the next project and the next project, and then 2 projects later, that first thing blew up.
Right.
Because they committed to the body work. Here's
but how many bands make CDs and make albums and all that stuff, some people go, God, that album fucking sucked.
Okay.
And then 5 years later, they're like, Jesus Christ, that was the coolest thing ever.
Bro. That's rare in music, but here's what does happen.
I don't know. Here's what does happen. I think it's...
Here's what does happen, dude. Here's what does happen. And I'm going to use my best friend as an example. My best friend Kevin was an elite level hip-hop producer. And what I mean by elite level is he was creating beats and influencing people in the studio as a producer at a crazy level, talent-wise. And then he got out of the game for a long while. And then he got back in. And everything he did sucked.
Because everything changed.
No. And he was sitting in that chair when him and I had this conversation, not on a podcast. We were just tripping fucking mushrooms together. And I go, yeah, dude, because you're out of shape. And I looked at him dead in his ass eyes, and I said, how many shitty songs did you write before you wrote a good one, bro? And he was like, holy fuck, that's exactly what I was just about to say out loud. I got to write more shitty songs. Get back in shape musically before I can. You don't just write great songs. You have to do the work. You have to commit to the body of work. And writing a lot of shitty music and being shitty at your instrument and banging off the rust when you come out of retirement, that's all part of that process, man. Yeah. To just expect to do dope shit all the time is a super arrogant thing.
Oh, yeah.
The process,
you have to work at it.
The suffering is the process. Writing shitty music is the process. I can't get my fucking left hand back to save my fucking life right now, dude. And I saw it coming a year ago, so I made a Facebook post. I said, my left hand sucks, Jared. Get your shit together.
What's wrong with your left hand?
I said, I'm posting this for the memory a year from now.
What's wrong with your left hand?
As a drummer. It's just not coming back to the level that my right hand and my legs are coming back at. Like, my left hand is just like, I don't know if I'm bad blood circulation. I don't give a fuck what's happening. It doesn't matter. It's just not where it needs to be.
It's whoopsh, you're lagging.
Right, exactly.
You're dragging.
So what I
Whiplash,
did is I made a fucking Facebook post, and I literally posted it to myself, and I said, I'm posting this for the memory a year from now to hold myself accountable. Like, what am I doing with that?
Right.
That's just part of it, dude. That's part of that journey. It's part of accepting the fact that you gave up something for years and then you're trying to pick it back up and you think you're going to be just as good as you were. Bro, get the fuck out of here.
No.
So where the point of inspiration comes from
That's like me
here,
trying to do a kickflip right now. I could do it. It's going to take a little bit, but I'll get one.
And this is in where the point of inspiration comes from is any young musician who's in a band right now, do not compare your first band to Metallica. Don't compare any band you're in right now. You just wrote your 7th song. You almost have a whole album worth of music. Bro, do not
But it just goes
measure that against the greatest of all time.
It goes
you're
back.
You're going to go through this and 7 more stages before you actually become the band you're supposed to be.
But it goes back to the thing of
commit to the body of
always, yes, and then always trying to one-up yourself. I'm
sure.
Always trying to one-up myself with artwork, with music, with everything that you do.
We got to take a break. I got to piss. And when we come back, I want to talk to you about AI, because that's where we started this, and then we got drifted. But I have a theory of how AI could possibly save hard rock and metal music. So remind me.
It sounds like a far off.
This sounds like classic Jared, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna play? I don't have to just sit here and talk while you urinate.
Nope, we're gonna play a song.
Okay.
You didn't send me anything.
I sent you all sorts of stuff.
Did you really?
Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're not good at email.
Well, no, I'm supposed to have a fucking producer.
Well,
that's what's supposed to happen. I'm supposed to have another guy here.
All you gotta do is press a button.
Well,
look
they
it
gotta
up.
get loaded into the system.
Can't you just press a YouTube button?
I promise you, we will play one of your songs tonight, especially if you sent me something. But right now, I got to press a button and pee, so we're going to play one of my tunes.
Oh, okay.
I can't play Coalesce because I'm going to get fucking demonetized for my own music. So we're going to play a different song from our album. I don't know what the fuck order Jeremy's doing these in, so I'm just going to play a random one. Do you have to piss? You should take advantage
I'll probably do it. I'll take advantage.
Right. Go upstairs and piss in the normal bathroom. It's under construction. It still looks like shit, but I'll piss in the sink down here while the song's playing. You're metal, so I'll play the... You know what? No, we're going to go a different direction. I'm playing The Void, bitches. All right, this is Jeremy Montoya's band. Oh, hold on. I got to get to this other scene, otherwise it's not going to play. See, this is why we need a producer back.
Is it happening?
No, not yet.
Yeah,
I had to make sure we were on the right screen.
No, you don't.
Dude, I'm getting a little buzzed up, dude, when I'm still able to produce this podcast, dude. This is what I used to do. This is because I paid my fucking dues because I did the work. All right, here we go. This is The Void.
A lot of buttons.
It is a lot of buttons, dude. You're right.
To be a void of misery, there's an emptiness inside I do not feel anymore. If I need to say this again, I'm in this through the end, and I believe that's what you need to hear. And I believe that I have now made this clear. If you would let me to tell because it felt like I was dreaming. There must have been a point buried in this. There must have been a word that I had missed. If you would lift me up, then maybe I would see. If the sentiment has died, if this love was lost on me, I need to change this now. I need to change this now. I need to face this now. I need to face this now. I need to change this now. I need to change this now. I need to face this now. I need to face this now. I need to change this now. I need to change this now. I need to change this. I need to face this now. I need to face this. I need to change this now. I need to change this. I need to face this. I need to face you. If you would lift me up, then maybe I would see. If the sentiment has died, if this love was lost on me, I need to change this now. What was I looking for? I need to face this now. I'm not me anymore. I need to change this now. I set myself away. I need to face this now. Can you still hear me? To change this now. I need to face this now. I need to change
That was quick.
this now.
That was super quick.
I need to face this now.
Yeah, we're back. Okay, good. What were you asking me?
How was the turnout at
Not good enough.
the show?
It wasn't good enough.
It's a hard.
People don't like downtown because
No,
of,
I don't like downtown.
People don't like downtown because of the homelessness and all the crime and
Well, and it's
drugs.
It's always $12 beer night.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, cheap beer is $8 or $9 in downtown Minneapolis.
One of
and
the-
that's
one of-
tax related. That's
one of
tax
these
related.
one of these Coors Lights is like $12. That's ridiculous.
I think they were $8.75 at the Skyway. I think.
They must have been running a sale.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I mean, Greg might have got a deal. You know, he might have got them to drop prices. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna come out to that show, but I don't know. Like I said,
You
kids,
never coughed and sneezed at the same time? Jesus Christ, that was
double pipe
uncomfortable.
classic.
That was uncomfortable. Holy shit.
Have you listened to the Cymothoa album with the vocalists?
So what I've heard is what you guys have put online.
Well, it's
I've seen
it's
I've seen
streaming everywhere.
I've seen the Eric video that you guys put out.
He was supposed to play Mutter played because we played with Wolf Mask at our CD release show. So he did Princess Die Hard live with us, and then Eric was supposed to do Placentipede with us, but he got sick. So the healthiest guy in the world gets sick before our show.
He is kind of our version of Joe Rogan as far as like health and fitness.
He's yeah. Well, he got me hooked up with the thing that I'm drinking every day now. Was it
Which is
caged green organics? So it's basically all your vegetables and all of your fruits and every single vitamin all in a 16-ounce glass of green sludge.
okay.
Just slam it down every morning.
You just
and-
hit it, get it out of the way.
Yep. I drink one 16-ounce glass of regular water and one 16-ounce glass of the
How
green
long does that
green
take
sludge.
you to take down that whole thing? So that's 32 ounces.
Oh, like seconds.
Oh, you just slam it.
Just slam it. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I mean, it's not horrible flavor. I mean, at first it was like, oh, well, this is different because I haven't done anything. But yeah, well, because out of all the podcasts that you listen to, it's always AG1. And I asked Eric, because I did some design stuff for him. I was like, hey, is this? Should I get this stuff? He's like, oh no, just get this stuff. And I was like, okay. So he hooked me up with the first tub, and now I've been on it for I don't know how long.
You're working?
Months.
Feel good?
I don't know. Seriously, it doesn't matter. Like, I'm probably better than not taking anything. But
that's fucking
no.
hilarious,
I'm just the same, just a little bit.
That's so funny,
yeah.
dude. That's I don't know.
Yeah, seriously, it doesn't matter what I do. I just keep going and whatever. just fucking yeah. But I'm guessing it's probably good for me. I mean,
So-
it's a big glass of dark green sludge. It should be good, right?
So let me tell you about my AI theory.
Oh yeah, this yeah.
So here's what I think is going to
Tell
happen.
me all about it, Elon.
So here's what I think is going to happen to music. I think EDM, hip hop, pop music, anything not played with a live instrument is basically going to be destroyed, because anybody, including your 11-year-old autistic neighbor, is going to be able to create absolute bangers in their basement just by putting in prompts. I've already done it a couple times where I'm like, God damn, this is actually really good.
Yeah, but you're not creating anything. You're
Correct.
just typing words.
Correct, exactly. That's my point. So nobody's going to care about creating bangers anymore. It's not going to matter. What's going to matter, and this might take 20 years, but what's going to matter is cool, but I'm a human being. I want to listen to and watch a human being do music. That's what makes me feel good.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about Jared right now. I'm talking about the average human. So what I think is going to happen is people are going to start saying, okay, cool, you wrote a banger. My autistic 11-year-old neighbor can do that too. I just listened to his record yesterday. It's better than Drake. Can you get on stage and play that? And so I think what is going to happen is rock music and metal music are going to actually get more popular, because those are, even if everybody starts with AI, even if you're like, hey, I have this riff, I have this lyric idea, I have this melody, and you put it into AI and it gets you back something cool, whatever, I don't care. That's not my point. Let's cancel all that. That's all neutral. What I'm saying is, what will matter to people, because nothing can replicate going to a live music show,
Right.
and feeling those fucking literal pulses of air hit your chest, and dancing and fucking making out with a hot chick and fucking whatever it is that people do at concerts nowadays, whatever.
Right.
I did it all. You know what I mean? That tactile fucking, I'm here connecting with other human beings, something analog, because I'm telling you, analog will become the craving. Like, this is real music. Tube amps, all that shit will become
Hopefully.
something that matters, because and maybe I'm fucking going a little white pill on this, maybe I'm too hopeful, but I think there's legs to this, because you're already kind of seeing it with a resurgence of the young generation, like my brother, 24 years old, Logan Stahlecker, the lead guitar player for Stormbreaker locally. These kids are into 80s and 70s metal, right?
Yeah.
So they're into everything from Zeppelin and Pink Floyd through Metallica and Pantera. Like, they're and as soon as it moves to the 90s, they're like, yeah, no. This is where the world was at musically.
Yeah.
They're 20 years younger than that.
That is
They're not saying that.
That is,
It's optimistic, but I think it's realistic.
No, I do kind of agree, but I just hope that
All right, we can end the podcast.
I hope
I got him to agree with me.
Yeah, I agree with Jared. God,
I admitted he was
damn
right.
it, I wasn't.
And now he agreed with me. We could end this podcast.
You admitted I was right like 3 times. I should have left at the third one, but yeah, hopefully it doesn't go as far as like people are just like loving AI generated music.
I think they're going to get bored real quick, dude.
But yes, but I do think that, you know, if it does go that far, because you've listened to those songs where they do like, oh, this is a Ozzy song, and like Ozzy listening to AI generated Ozzy, and he's like, when did I fucking make this?
Yeah.
But he probably doesn't even remember making fucking Bark at the Moon or whatever.
Right.
But if they do go that far where it's like music is being made and people are like consuming it, like, just, oh, this is the number one song is an AI generated song. If it gets to that far, then there should 100% be a pushback to what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
You know, and
yeah,
but there are those dudes who are writing fucking, you know, like old school style riffs. And the one thing that back to this, but the one thing that I hate now is like direct into the board, where like there's no cab on the stage and the guitar player's playing. Yep. It's so thin.
There's no air being pushed.
It's so thin.
If you're
and
too
it
close
just,
to the stage, it sounds hollow.
It just doesn't.
There's nothing there.
Like, no, more speakers. Everybody bring more speakers.
Push air.
Yes,
Push
exactly.
Air.
I
Push
hate
air.
that shit,
I don't
man.
care if it's fucking tube. I don't care if it's a fucking Kemper.
Or
I don't care if it's a fucking solid state. Push air, bro.
Yeah.
Push
the other one
air.
is the other one is bands without drummers, where they just play to drum machines.
I mean, do what you got to do. ATB did it. Do what you got to do
no,
to survive.
they didn't
but
play
don't
to a
do it on
drum
purpose.
machine.
Yeah, they did. I
No,
watched
they
them.
didn't
I
play
literally,
to a fucking drum
I
machine.
swear to God, Justin, I swear.
You were watching a different band. I think.
Swear to God,
I believe
the Rock nightclub.
Nope.
After the burial,
Nope.
played with a drum machine.
Nope.
I will bet my life on it.
Well, you can ask fucking Greg.
I'll ask Trent because I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
Okay, Greg, if you're listening,
Greg.
send me a text message.
I think Greg left the band. I think Greg wasn't in the band.
Greg was in the band till Greg wasn't in the band.
Right, and then after that, before
They
they, found the
didn't play
next
to
guy,
a
they
drum
played to a
machine.
drum machine at
No
the Rock nightclub.
fucking
Swear
way.
to God, swear
No
to God, I
way.
bet my life on it, dude. I bet my life on
you
it.
can bet your life on it. I'm gonna go ahead and say you're
I
probably
was there.
wrong.
I was there. I was also blown away.
You were probably watching.
I was
Before
watching
you were
after the
probably
burial.
before the burial is what you're watching. You were watching pre-burial. You were watching
No, in fact,
the.
I'll tell you what show it was. It was when Six did this brilliant marketing campaign where they booked 4 bands, but you didn't know what order the bands were going to play in because they pulled names out of a hat an hour before the show.
That's not a bad way to do it.
Because you remember how bands used to do that shit? They'd be like, we're playing at 9, we're playing at 11, and then no one would show up till 11, right? Like, bands used to do that. It was kind of douchey. So they came up with this brilliant scheme where it was 4 headliners. It wasn't 4 headliners, but
Four local bands.
It was 4 headliners, and you never knew who was going to open. And it was brilliant. It was brilliant marketing, and it worked. A lot of people came out to these shows because a lot of people didn't get the text message to know when Six was going on or when After the Burial was going on. And it was one of those shows that was at the Rock nightclub. And After the Burial ended up opening or playing second. And not only did they play to a drum machine, I stood in that spot where the drummer normally would be, and then everybody stood behind him in the row. And when they're not only because I had met Trent several times and he remembered me, but when he walked up at the end of the night, I was like, hey man, I just want to tell you, this was one of those rare moments where I knew him well enough to where I could tell him this and not come across like an ass kisser. And I was like, I just want to tell you, man, you changed the way I approach writing music. Like, just so you know, dude, like, I've been a big fan of yours for a while, dude. And like, very, very impressive. Very impressive. It was one of those nights.
Yeah,
I'm so confident they played to a drum machine. You have no idea how confident I am, dude.
Well, you can be
Blow me up in
confident.
chat. Blow me up in chat.
Yeah, somebody tell him
Blow
he's
me
wrong
up in chat.
because
Tell me
I
I'm wrong.
I don't believe
Please,
it at all.
This is great internet content. Roast me.
Yes.
Because I'm so certain. I'm so confident. There it is. After the Burial, definitely played with a drum machine.
Who said that?
And Stereo Sympathy says he was at that show.
Who's Stereo Sympathy?
I think his name's Matt.
Oh yeah, and it says, has Justin plugged the show? Oh yeah, there's a show Saturday. Den of Thieves.
My bad.
Caustic Abyss opens. Den of Thieves plays second. With Dead Hands Rising is rising again, just like it's Easter. And and then Reaping Asmodea plays after that. Are you happy there, Stereo Sympathy? And I seriously don't think that
No, I'm telling
they
you,
played
brother.
with a drum machine.
Dude, I'm telling you, brother.
Well, I mean,
will bet my life on it.
Well, I mean,
This is
I
harder.
I play in a band with Greg, so
but this was after Greg left.
Well, yeah, but he's gonna know.
Would he? If he wasn't in the band, would he?
He would 100% know.
Like, were they cool when he left? Like, did he go to those shows?
Yeah.
Because I can't tell you everything that happened in Dying Euphoria after I left. Do you know Trent? That's the question. Who knows Trent?
Greg.
Who knows Trent?
Here, I'll send Greg a message right now. But
well, get Trent on a three-way call right now.
I'm not going to get anybody on a three-way.
Unless Trent says it. Unless Trent says it never happened, I'm not going to believe it. Because Greg definitely wasn't in the band, because he would have been the drummer that was missing that they couldn't replace because he was that fucking good. Because I love Greg. I've known Greg for so long, dude. I have so much admiration for Greg. Like, he's one of the sweetest dudes you could possibly hang out with. And he's such a dope drummer. And he's such a great songwriter as a drummer. Like, man. Like, Greg,
Sorry about that.
Greg is the shit, dude.
Greg does rule.
There's very few people. I'm not like best friends with him. I barely know this dude, but I admire Greg. I think he's a great human being.
I am super.
I hope he doesn't beat women.
I am super lucky. I'm super lucky to play with the people that I play with, and it makes me. What'd you do? You fucking broke it?
Well, that's what I'm worried about. I noticed this looks frozen. Yeah, something's frozen here. What's going on? What the fuck is going on here? Everything's frozen. This is working. Okay, so now we're not frozen.
So you're saying we're talking and none of the things we're talking about is...
No, the audio's fine. I'm just it looked like it was frozen for a minute.
So is it live?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely still live, but like the YouTube... Oh, the YouTube's not caught up. There we go.
Well, why is there music playing now?
Because I think I accidentally went back to the wrong scene. Hold on. See, again, this is what happens when producers aren't here. And I'm left to my own devices. Hold on. I got this.
I think that's what happens when you had too many fucking whiskey pulls.
You don't know what you're talking about.
No, I don't. I'm not going to press any of these buttons.
No, I know exactly what happened. So when we finish this song, I got to just get back to this. I got to turn that song off. That's what happened.
Okay.
Normally we would have turned that off.
So things are fine.
Yeah, and they've heard us the entire time. It just
okay.
Looked like
So back to what I was saying is.
Sorry, guys.
Back to Greg talk and I'm super happy with playing with all the people that I play with in both Cymothoa and Den of Thieves. Our new drummer for Cymothoa, Adam, is fucking fantastic.
Oh, I worked with that dude.
You did work with him.
15 minutes at Guitar Center.
He's just great. And he never played music like what we play, and so like it's kind of one of those things where you get to kind of grow together again.
Shout out to Adam Cribb, by the way.
Yeah, he's fucking top notch.
He was I like I said, I worked with him for what felt like 15 minutes. Super cool dude. Can't say anything bad about him.
And then Jeff is just a riff machine. There's never ending.
Do you want a cigar, by the way?
No, I don't. There's never ending supply of riffs coming from Jeff. So it's always fun to figure out how those work. And then going to playing with Den of Thieves. Greg is a fucking phenomenal drummer. even on the weird like in between song shit where I'll just do like funk bass weird shit, Greg will just like immediately start playing a beat to it, and it's like, oh, that's like the perfect beat that would play.
That's what I meant.
To that.
That's what I was saying
And
when I
then-
said Greg's a great songwriter as a drummer.
Yeah, like he's just fucking top notch. And everybody, Dave, Mikey, Nate is one of my favorite vocalists in the Twin Cities metal scene of all time. And so it was also good to have him do a song on the Cymothoa but with vocals. Make Noise Loud Again, but with vocals.
It should have been BUTT, by the way.
I said that, but we chose not to go that dumb, even though all of our names are super stupid.
I mean, here's the thing: is everything's dumb now. So just be funny. Like, I think that's the
Oh, yeah.
only option anymore. Like, I don't know how this happened. It's probably subtle nudges, you know? Because dude, I am not a guy who talks shit behind people's back. I'm just
Oh
never
no!
that
If
guy.
I'm going to talk shit, I'm going to talk it right to your face.
Right,
If you want to know what I think, ask me, and I'll tell you.
But I've been trying to soften my edges over the last like 5-10 years because even when I'm right, if I don't say it the right way, it's not well received, right? And then it just falls on deaf ears.
But that's the scrutiny that everyone goes through nowadays. With everything that you say, it's like posting all this shit on Facebook, posting your thoughts and your opinions about, your thoughts and your prayers to everyone. Like somebody's going to find something about that one thought, and they're going to find a way to
fuck those people.
try to tear you down.
Fuck those people, dude. Those people are irritating.
Well, I know, but that's just the way it is.
Well, where I was going with this is that my old bitch walking around?
That is.
Yeah, get out of
God.
here. Get out of here.
You don't have to get out of here.
Get out of here.
You're on
She's
your
got to
la-
go potty.
You're on your last fucking leg there.
She's
bud.
actually definitely not. She's just got a bad hip. She's got to start walking more.
You just said the dog's 15 years old.
Yeah. She's got at least 18 more years left in her.
Nope. I'm sorry. I don't want to break it to you.
No,
I'm
know.
sure you know.
That back hip's going bad. But.
Hey, my dog.
But here's the thing: the more she walks, the better she does. So I gotta pretend I don't feel bad. Bitch,
yes,
get out of here.
But here's the thing. They're doing it for you.
No, literally. When she goes up and down those stairs, she walks with less pain. It's literally watching
No, she's
somebody
forcing
sit in a
herself
chair.
to go up the stairs.
Yeah, she's got to go take a potty. Yeah, go. I'm not carrying you up those stairs. It's not good for you.
I'll hold you, and you can piss
No,
into
she's
this
gotta
Coors
go.
Light can.
No, Peanut, get out of here.
No, I'm
She's gotta go potty.
giving her pets. Nope.
Her bed's right here. If she wants to just chill, her bed's right here.
I know,
Literally right next to me.
She knows I know what's going on. But yes.
No, but so I've been nudging at the homies for a while. I'm like, dude, you guys are the coolest, funniest, silliest, most relatable dudes.
Which
ever.
dudes?
I'm going to say it in a minute. But I was like, but you guys just like, here's the thing. You don't have to be cool. You are cool. Stop trying to be cool.
Who?
I'm going to say it in a minute.
Well, just fucking say it already so I know what you're fucking talking about.
So I told him, this took a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years of just slow nudging. Because old asshole me could have done it a different way. And now reaping Asmodea in the last 6 months, maybe 3 months, maybe even 30 days, has come out with some of the best, most creative, hilarious, most relatable,
Oh, yeah.
silly promo out there. It may not be your brand, but dude, I'm telling you, dude,
that's totally my brand because
it's awesome.
Do shit that's ridiculous.
Dude,
There's no reason,
bro.
if you take yourself so seriously, like, I always like doing the ones where we announce songs and I go like fucking full death metal because I've always done stupid shit on stage with Cymothoa. I say dumb shit, whatever comes to my brain at the time, just because I don't care. And I said this before, and you were like, how do you not care? You know, but I just don't. Like,
you meant on the last podcast.
Yeah, on the last podcast. It's just like, I just don't. And this goes back to what we were talking about before. I don't care because I know that what I'm doing is how I want to do it. And I feel that I'm putting everything of myself into that. Into the music, into the art, into all of it. So I don't care what, like, I'll just say dumb shit. And I also like, one of my favorite bands is NoFX, and when they play live, it's songs and banter between all the bandmates. They just get up and talk shit about each other and talk shit to the crowd, and it's just fun. Like, can we just have fun? Let's make our songs stupid names and have fun. And then also, oh shit, that's a really brutal riff.
The reason that works for you though is because here's the mantra. Here's the phrase I'm trying to get out there. If you are cool, which you are,
well, fucking pin me with an award.
Slow it down. If you are cool, which you are,
your dog.
Don't try to be cool.
No,
it comes off as douchey.
Just be yourself.
If you're a dork,
lean into it hard.
No, here's what I'm saying. If you're a dork, then maybe try to be cool.
Nah.
Right? It's good marketing.
Nah,
right? Like,
fucking lean into it, man. Weezer, lean into it.
Yeah, but
Dorks.
they also definitely did a lot of marketing to be cool. But if you already are
dorks.
cool and then you try to be cool, you just come off as stiff and douchey.
Well,
you're already cool.
Go
be
back to
fun. Be silly.
Metallica
Metallica is my best example.
Go to Coheed and Cambria, which we were talking about earlier. How dorky is that? That their entire shit is basically music based on a comic book created by the lead singer
on a love story.
Yeah. But it's so fucking good. Like some of those riffs, like their riffs and the shit that they fucking do, it's so fucking good. I mean, they were so good they had the drummer from fucking Dillinger Escape Plan join the band for like 2 years.
Yeah.
They're fucking
live,
so good.
Live.
Oh no, he recorded an album with them too.
Well, Taylor Hawkins wrote that album, but Taylor Hawkins was legally not allowed to perform on that album. No, trust me.
Which album are you talking about?
No World for Tomorrow, which is when Josh Shepard had to leave the band because of drug problems and alcohol problems.
So that was the bass player.
Josh Shepard is the drummer.
No, the bass player didn't the bass player get booted for fucking
bass
like
player robbed a pharmacy.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the drummer. Josh
So we're
Shepard,
talking
who
about
was
like
a bad alcohol problem.
They're like super cool shit making stuff off of comics and all of that, and then also in the background they're doing like the most gangster shit, like, oh, our bass player robbed a pharmacy and our drummer's an alcoholic.
I'll tell you, because here's why I speak on confidence and I'll stand on game, is because Metallica is my favorite band of all time. But if you get rid of Metallica, then it's Coheed. And here's the point, Justin. It's very simple. The bass player, different drug problem, pill problem, robbed a pharmacy. Different guy, different problem. Josh Shepard had to leave the band because of alcoholism and some drugs, but alcoholism. And Taylor Hawkins from Foo Fighters,
who's dead,
came in and wrote that album with Coheed.
Well, I'll have to look that up on the information superhighway.
But he was contractually obligated to not be allowed to record on any other band's records. So that's where the guy from Dillinger Escape Plan came in, and he's the one who physically recorded the record that Taylor Hawkins wrote the drum parts for, and then he toured for a short period of time.
Oh,
until Josh Shepard came back.
I saw him twice with that drummer.
That is,
I've seen him like fucking. I don't even know how many times. But
Justin, I'm saying,
okay,
I will die on this hill.
That's fine.
This is the official story.
I'll let you die on this drummer hill, not the
Well, because people can do the research.
Not the after the burial played with a drum machine hill.
Oh, I'm dying on both those hills.
Oh. Well, you can only pick one hill.
I'll die on all the hills.
You can only pick one grassy knoll to die on.
Okay, well then I'm definitely dying on the after the burial hill then, because I was there.
Who's the Stereo Symphony guy though?
That's Matt. I think it's
Matt.
It's Matt Erickson from Matt. Show yourself.
Yeah. Are people still listening?
Is it Matt Erickson? I swear to God, dude, Stereo Symphony's been around. He's an OG. Matt Peterson, the bass player from Dead Hands.
Oh, well,
Super
duper. I guess I'll meet you personally on Saturday there, buddy.
Yeah, Stereo Sympathy's been Matt. Matt's an OG. Matt's been a fan of this podcast since Matt, when did you subscribe to the podcast, dude? It was what, episode fucking 12? 27?
I don't subscribe to anything. I just listen to it.
Thanks, buddy.
You're welcome.
Appreciate the support.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I want you guys to
this is what you should
subscribe.
This is what you should do. Yeah, and anybody I can't do any of that. Like and subscribe, follow me, fucking do that shit. No, you're just gonna.
It does matter if you want to support somebody. It is the new version of come to my show and pay $5.
Yeah, but
it is that.
It's dumb.
And it's free.
Yeah, it's free, but it's dumb. Like, how many more things? Like, we go back to the cable and fucking streaming services. How many more things do I have to fucking be notified by? Fuck all that.
Of you. Yeah,
Fuck all that.
I'm out, bro.
Like, I'm trying to do something, and then in the middle of the night, I get bing, bing, bing on my phone. Like, no, I'm trying to fucking sleep right now.
All notifications.
Yeah, I don't want notifications.
I don't want anybody to tell me what's happening.
That goes. I don't know.
We're
That's
bad
just
fans. Just so you know, you and I are bad fans.
I'm not a bad fan. I'm a great fan.
No,
I buy actual physical merchandise. I buy actual physical CDs.
My bad.
And I go to their shows and all of that shit. But just because I don't put the fucking thumbs up and the fucking
backing up the
subscribe,
truck, bro. I'm racking up the truck, bro.
But then also you have to you have to look at how many things am I subscribed to? Like, it's just too much. We do not need all of that shit in our brains.
We need some gatekeepers.
Meanwhile, somebody and people are listening to what we're doing right now. So whatever. It's the same shit. It's cyclical. What are you gonna do?
Well, I think the idea is to hybrid the best of both worlds. I think that's what you're gonna do. And whether you want to do it, or it's going to be forced upon you, I think that's the future.
I think that's what I do. I follow things, but I don't have to let them know that I'm following things. I listen to things that are out there, but I don't have to be like, I have all these subscriptions and all these people are subscribed and getting fucking nonstop information all the time.
Without describing yourself.
Without describing myself.
Tell me what a perfect modern day music fan looks like to you. So if you're in a band, which you are, you're in a local band, which you are, you're also in a very, very successful, what I would say which means you have all your shit together. Oars pointed in the same direction. Synchronization. No holes in the boat. The ship sails, bro. Like, we can fucking sail the ocean with this band. Okay? And what does an ideal fan look like to you? What are we targeting? Like, what are we looking for? Because I'll give you an example if you're struggling to figure out what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, I guess I am struggling to. It really doesn't matter.
So the ideal,
do they have to have a certain haircut or a fucking t-shirt
the ideal fan to me is somebody who will literally go out of their way to subscribe to you on your Apple Music, Spotify, whatever streaming service they're on. Right? Whatever they pay for.
Okay? Yeah, they pay for it. They pay for it, and you make no money from it.
They will literally eat pennies, right? Fractions of pennies. But they'll also go out of their way to subscribe to your YouTube channel when you put out music videos, where you do get a cut. And
Well,
then they'll also subscribe
once again,
to your
fractions
Patreon.
of pennies.
They'll also subscribe to your Patreon, where you put out extra special content. And when you play in their town, they will come to your show, and they will buy some sort of merchandise that is appetizing for them. And I want to emphasize the word appetizing for them.
I'll tell you what's appetizing. Last show.
That's a perfect
Last show we played.
fan. That's a perfect fan for me.
Last show we played, Jeff's wife made Cymothoa cookies. Had nice sugar cookies, frosting, said Cymothoa on them, all prepackaged, every single one, made them hand by hand. That is appetizing right there.
That's
And
literally appetizing.
yep, and she fucking nailed it. And so what I would say
I think
is,
I got a little too literal with my metaphor, but
no, I mean appetizing. No, I don't care about any of the subscriptions, any of that shit. I want to have a show where the room is full enough that it feels like there's good energy, and I want people to come fucking give us a high five and tell us we did a good job. That's it. Buy some merch if you have some money. If you don't, we have a sign. Says, $25 for a t-shirt, $50 for a hoodie, $10 for a CD. You want to buy multiple things? Let's make a deal. Because I just want somebody to, like, if somebody buys something, I'm giving them fucking free shit. Like,
Right.
here's all the
Right.
shit. Like,
Yeah.
take all the shit. Like, there was a lady at the last
I think it was
show.
you that gave me buttons, and I had those buttons. Wasn't it you? I'm pretty sure the
Yeah.
first time you
Yeah,
came on,
we
you
have-
gave me a bunch of little tiny buttons.
Yeah, I made
and I
tho-
had them on my chair,
I made those at home.
dude. And I had them on my like actual chair
Mm-hmm.
until we moved studios, and then that chair broke down. I had to pull them off. They're sitting up on this thing, but like, dude. Something like, dude, $4. Here's a button and sticker pack.
Oh, just
like,
wait.
I understand
wait
you're
till
16 years
wait
old,
until
dude.
you come to the show.
I understand you're 16 years old, dude. You got $5.
We're gonna
but
be
you
tossing-
Wanna, like you're like, I love this band. I love this band. Cool.
Yeah,
Here's a
buttons are cool.
$4 fucking pack of stickers and buttons, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking dude, that's what I mean by appetizing, dude.
Yeah.
Like something I want to
Make
consume
cool shit.
that I can afford, dude. This is the
But
shit
no, be
that
able
you
to.
guys do
but
better
you also,
than
you
everybody
also,
else.
But you also have to. You also have to put in a little bit of money, and know that it's just like anything that you do. You got to put a little in and know that that's going to be on you. It's not going to be a recoup.
Great point. Yep.
You know, you have to make some stickers, make some buttons, make some shit that you just be like, anybody who walks up and even looks at your merch table, you go, hey, here's a sticker.
Yep.
And then you either draw them in or you talk to them.
That's the
you just
Costco
be
chicken.
You just be nice.
You're
Or like Jeff is Jeff's wife, Bethany, made those fucking super awesome cookies. And then only a couple people got cookies because they bought shit and we gave them a cookie. And then I brought the whole fucking pack home. There was like, I don't know, 8 more cookies. My kids ate them in, I don't know, less than 12 hours. Ate all the cookies. But they were delicious, and she did a great job of Cymothoa. And
But what you're talking about here in marketing terms is there's 2 phrases for it. You could either call it a doorbuster or a loss leader. So it's the Costco chicken. Okay? So Costco loses money on those fully cooked rotisserie chickens that everybody wants to buy for $5 or $6 or whatever the fuck they are. They definitely cost $8. Okay? Like, they lose money on those chickens.
But nobody loses money. Costco.
No, they do. No, listen to me, Justin.
They
listen to me.
don't.
Justin,
Costco
listen to me.
definitely doesn't.
Listen to me, Justin. Justin, listen to
Okay.
me. Listen to me.
I'm gonna listen.
It's called
to
a
you.
loss leader. They literally lose money on those chickens, but they also put that spot where you go get those chickens in the back corner of the store.
Right, with all the other shit, so you got to walk around and buy. So
And
they don't
that's
actually
where they make their money.
exactly. So they don't actually lose.
They
It's
get
just like
you into the store.
it's just like going
losing
to
money
yeah.
on one thing to
It's just-
get you back to make money on something
It's
else.
just going into
if it costs you
IKEA.
$6
Yeah.
to put out a sticker pack with a couple buttons in it, and you sell it for $5, fuck your dollar that you lost.
No, stickers should always be free. If anybody has
That's
to,
my point.
If
That's my
anybody
point.
has to pay for
You're
a
only
sticker, that's
backing
just
me up
dumb.
right now. You're only backing me
Yeah.
up right now.
I
You're
get
only
what you're
validating.
saying.
Dude, the button and sticker pack,
Yeah,
if you lose $1 per pack,
yeah. But more than likely,
who gives a fuck?
more than likely, somebody's buying something else. That's just like
Hopefully.
this CD. This is the last one that we did before Adam came in, and Brad was the drummer on that. Fucking great CD. It made fucking cool videos, all that shit. But we have we got some of these CDs left. Okay, so we put them out on the merch table. If people want to pay for it, awesome. If not, you buy a T-shirt. Oh, you're getting this one. It's coming with it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting at, dude. That's what I'm getting at.
But when it comes down to it, this shit is a couple dollar investment with cool shit. But people need to get back on. I think CDs are going to come back.
No,
I don't want to be super hopeful,
though.
but I really think CDs are going to come back.
This is not the most compelling conversation I've ever had, but I want to finish this point because I think it's very important. I want to. No. I mean the stuff that I'm saying. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the stuff that I'm saying. It's not the most compelling conversation that I've put forth on this podcast, but this is important information that bands need to listen to, because the more I get on the ground level, the more refined my message becomes. So what I'm saying is this: run it like Costco. Be willing to lose money on your stickers. And I'm not talking to you, Justin, by the way. I'm talking to them. I'm using you as an example.
Oh no, I'm a full example.
Be willing to lose money on things like stickers and buttons. Put them in a
Greg says
package.
laser disc and 8-tracks. I would love an 8-track.
Put
Sweet.
Put them together in a package. Okay, so
Yeah.
like what you guys did, $4 for this. It cost me $5. I'm going to sell it for $4 because it gets them to the table. They see something is $4. Number one, you got them to the table. That's business 101. You got them to the table.
Well,
We're talking
obviously.
about your merch booth, guys. We're talking about all your band's merch booths. You have a button and sticker package. Something says it's $4. Now people put eyes on your merch table. Number two, once they're there, if you tell them, because you have a decent merch person, if you buy anything on this table, including that sticker and button package, you get an automatic discount on anything else you buy. So that $25 T-shirt is suddenly only $20.
Yeah.
Now, to break this down, this is obvious for you, but for the listeners who don't understand where I'm going with this, you're selling a T-shirt for $25. You give them a $5 discount because they bought this other thing that you lost $1 on, but you're still making $15 on that shirt.
Well, the thing is,
when the math accrues, you are in a profit margin.
I guess
not a profit loss.
I guess the thing that a lot of people don't understand too, or don't. I mean,
You
not a
follow
lot.
me.
Not a lot
I
of
hope
people.
they're following
Not a
me
lot
right
of people. I'm saying some people don't understand how much it costs to make things and then resell them, and like T-shirts, like everything's
Let's break it down.
It's almost a double up process. You buy them
color.
You buy them for fucking and this is the thing that I refuse to do over all the years of doing it. I can't do lesser quality garments. I'm all about
Shout out to Greg Chilton, by the way.
I'm all about Greg fucking rules. I'm all about quality shit. And sorry, Greg, but it's really hard to get quality 4X shirts or 3X or how many ever X you are. You're a large X man. Yeah.
I was more like, where is he going with this? Like,
he's a
Greg.
large X man. But
they're just spendy. They just offset the cost.
But yes, but do you want to get do you want to buy shirts for cheap and have them done cheaply so that
Shitty fabric.
so that you can sell them cheaply, and then the first time somebody washes them, they turn into a belly shirt.
Or they shrink.
No,
that's what you said.
But they
Sorry,
shrink.
okay.
Yeah, they still fit this way, but you're all of a sudden now your gut's showing.
I need you to do a better job of listening, because
dumb.
what I thought you were going to say was with the first time you wash them, the artwork gets degraded.
No,
And then I tried to add something.
I don't think that's ever really been a problem with anybody.
That was a moment of podcast weakness there, boys.
It's the different quality garments, and I've been
what you mean
researching that shit over the years.
And
material, product. No, the ink quality doesn't. I mean, everyone I've gone to Anti-Broadcasting and Inertia Apparel. Plug in both of those guys. Sorry, burping. They're both great.
I'll give you a 7.5 on that one.
Well, I don't want to blow your fucking ears out. But they're both fucking great in everything they do. But I have done like Gildan's and Port and Company and fucking this, that, and the other thing. Thin shirts, light shirts, this way, that way. I found good ones that I like, and it's important because you have to have like a good fitting shirt and a quality fitting fucking garment.
Does it feel good while it's
exactly
on your body?
Like, is it kind of soft? Is it like, not like those old school shirts from back in the day where it's just like hard crusty shirt and then like.
Well, you gave me 2 shirts. One of them, I ended up getting, somebody stole it. I filled in
because
for
they're probably really cool.
Well, it was the one that was more black and white, simple design, a lot of gaps in the black and white design.
Oh yeah, that was the Spaceman one. That was the original design.
I filled in for somebody. I got super hot and sweaty like I always do, so I took my shirt off like I always do. And then in the cleanup, somebody stole that shirt.
Yeah.
But the one I have, still to this day, is the one where it's like this beautiful piece of artwork, but it's solid colors all the way across the entire thing.
What one is that?
The moment I get hot or sweaty, this thing won't breathe.
Yeah.
And so I can't wear that shirt if I'm going to do or be in any situation where I might get hot. So
back to rounding up to what I was saying is all that shit costs money.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at.
You can't
beautiful shirt.
You can have great printing on a shit garment and sell it for cheaper because it's a shit garment.
Yep, that's why I brought it up.
And yeah, but if you get a higher end garment, then you're going to you have to sell it for more because you're paying more for it. But now it's like if you go to a show, like any show, like any fucking like national band who's using shit garments and also making mass quantities of them, they're selling them for like $40 for a fucking t-shirt. And it's like, but it's a fucking Gildan 3000. Like, I know that's going to turn into a belly shirt.
Right.
But most people don't know that because they don't go through this process.
Right.
So I would rather have a good design on a good garment and fucking make.
And by the way, guys, if you're
it's a double up process.
By the way, guys,
you're spending $12 to get a shirt and you're selling it for $25.
And by the way, I want to just throw this in there. If you're in a band and you're selling merch, I don't give a fuck if you're a local band or you're a national band. I don't care what size shirts you're selling. None of this is relevant to the point I'm about to make. Tell people if it's pre-shrunk or not. And if you don't fucking know, don't sell that t-shirt because you're an asshole. Because when I go to buy my wife a t-shirt at a concert and I'm going to spend $40 fucking
Oh, yeah.
on a fucking t-shirt,
but then
you better be able to tell me, and you might be, here's my point, you might be forced into selling your local band t-shirts for $40 because that's sometimes how it works when you play national shows. Motherfucker, if somebody is walking up and wanting to give your band $40 or even $20 for a t-shirt and somebody is sitting at your merch booth, know whether it's pre-shrunk or not, because that will dictate whether I buy a shirt or not based on what sizes you have available or not. This is, it sounds like we're beating like the weirdest dead horse of all time, but these things need to be stressed so much more than they are. Well, because so many people just overlook this as if buy a good quality t-shirt that's comfortable for people to wear, put a cool design on it. Yeah, obviously, but that's literally second priority. And the third priority that should probably be on top of that is know whether the fuck your material is pre-shrunk or not. Because like you just said, if it's a Gildan 3000, you need to know it's not pre-shrunk.
Yeah.
Buy a size up.
But, I mean, it's all personal preference, too, because some people love that shit. Just to let you know.
Okay. I'll bite on you.
Greg says never. Never has After the Burial played to a drum machine.
Well, he's wrong because me and Matt, Stereo Sympathy, were both at that show, and I'm not going to accept an answer unless it's from Trent himself.
Is kind of a joke. Pre-shrunk still says, yeah. I mean, I don't know pre-shrunk. I just like the shirts that I like.
Tell Greg he's wrong.
Greg,
text Greg he's wrong.
I'm not going to text Greg he's wrong. He knows. I'm going to trust Greg.
Hold on. I have his number. I'm going to call him on the podcast. Hold on. Where's my phone? I had lost my cell phone.
He says he was at the show. There was a drum machine. Well, I don't know.
I'm telling you, I was at that show too, dude. And it was also mind-blowing how good they were. Like, this is the moment.
They've always been good. This doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like,
But this changed my life because I literally remember saying, if you're a good enough band, you can actually perform with a drum machine and kill it. And they put the drum machine in the spot that the drummer would have been. They didn't even just put it anywhere. They literally set it in the spot where the drummer would have been. And dude, I'm telling you, I will bet my life on this, dude.
Well,
in fact, I'm not only so confident of this, somebody has video of this. I guarantee you, somebody. We're gonna investigate this, brother.
Okay. Well, we'll dig deep.
We're gonna dig deep. Hey,
So
that's an
fucking
After
deep.
the Burial pun, by the way. I don't know if you knew you just did that just now, but
What?
dig deep.
Nope.
That's an After the Burial pun.
From what?
That's the name of one of their songs.
From when?
One
One of the newer albums? I haven't listened to
okay.
a lot of newer stuff.
Dig Deep, is that a name of a song or no? It's definitely not the name of the album. Dig Deep is the name of an After the Burial song, and I believe it's on the album. Is it the? Yes, I believe it's the album after Justin died.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's not as cool as Choosy Moms Choose Riffs. So
you guys have always had some of the best, dude. And I just want to say, dude, when you sent me that message way back in the day, and you were like, "Hey, man, we just released this video." I don't know if you even remember this. You're like, "Would you be willing to promote this?" I was like, "Yeah, done."
I have no idea.
It's on my face. It's on my not my Facebook. It's on my YouTube. So, if you go to my main YouTube page, you scroll all the way down. There's another playlist that says, "Check out Da Boys."
Oh, okay.
And I threw one of your.
Would you put one of our dumb videos up there?
Yeah, you
Bologna Danza.
That might be it.
Is that the one where
that actually sounds like it might be it.
Is that the one where I'm eating bologna
like
sandwiches?
Years ago. No, you guys were jamming. You guys kicked ass, dude. You guys were awesome.
No, it wasn't the actual music videos.
It was a music video.
Haven't you seen the? Have you watched the dumb music videos we actually made? Like real music videos? We made them completely different than.
Let's see if we can pull this up.
Yeah, you should pull it up.
I don't know if I'm gonna be
great.
Here's the thing.
Once again, I don't know.
I don't know if I can pull this off because the producers aren't here tonight. So let's see if we can do this. All right, so
Paul, you
they're not
should
watching
figure
this
it
right
out.
now. They're not watching this.
Why
right
is
now.
nobody watching it?
No,
Everybody-
no.
okay.
No. This search bar, they're not watching. So what am I looking for?
Okay, just look up Cymothoa.
Well, obvious.
Can you spell it?
Justin.
Can you spell it without
Justin.
Can you spell it without looking at the CD?
Justin.
Oh my God, he fucking spelled it right.
Justin. What am I looking for?
Just look Cymothoa band. There you go. That'll bring you there. And then
That brought us directly to our live stream right now. just, like, just so you know, the first thing that
you got
did
the
was
fucking
brought up our
you got the
live
fucking
stream.
algorithm. Algorithm
Yeah,
rhythm.
I own the algorithm, dude.
So if you go down, we did Clown Royal is a video. That's a live one. Don't go to that. Go to the actual video of it. That one.
This one. Oh yeah. Yeah,
Where-
I think this
where-
is what you sent me.
Yeah. That I mean that's super metal.
Okay.
Us dancing.
Yeah, so I'm pretty certain this is what you sent me,
And then
this is what I shared to the
And
world.
then Boehne Danza is where it's so dumb. It's fucking great. It was so much fun. Dave Rubin did a lovely job. We made it look like that like 1980s sitcom where each character has
the
their
viewers
own
and
fucking
listeners, because I don't have a producer and I don't remember how to pull this up because we've changed everything now. So if the viewers and listeners want to know what we're talking about,
they would go on the internet
you go to YouTube,
and type in a
Cymothoa,
band
Cymothoa Clown Royal.
or Bologna Danza. That's where I'm being forced to eat bologna sandwiches.
But the one we're specifically hovering out over and talking about is the one where it's like, it almost looks like a Brady Bunch scene where
Yes,
there's
it's a
three
Brady Bunch.
separate people
And Brad's lifting weights.
like dancing and
Yeah.
vibing. This is 3 years ago you guys did this.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's a great video.
Yeah. And this just also goes to show, that specifically goes to show, we give zero fucks about anybody's opinion. We
It's a
do
vibe, dude.
what we want.
It's a vibe, dude.
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
Who else is doing that? Who else is dancing to their own instrumental songs? I was so out of breath when we were dancing. It was just like, it was just so ridiculous. It was so much fun though.
I loved how silly you guys decided to get, because again, we kind of touched on this a little earlier. Somebody like me who grew up in metal, on Metallica, fucking Megadeth, like that whole world, I got extremely tired of metal bands acting like they were the coolest dudes in the world. Like I said, if you are cool, don't try to be cool. You already are cool, man.
Yeah, that's what.
Do all the other things. Be silly, be fun, be fucking humorous. Peanut, what are you doing?
I'm just over here, just harfing. That's why I like.
You're such a grumpy puppy.
That's why I like punk rock, and always been a big punk fan.
That's why I love the new shit Reaping's doing. Dude.
It's a lot of fun, and you shouldn't take yourself seriously. I mean, you take yourself seriously. You take your art seriously, but at the same time, you can just fuck around, have fun, get everyone else to have fun.
Oh, a bunch of people just dropped out right now. They're like, I'm off to watch this right now.
What's that?
So there's a bunch of people going to watch your music video right now. They're going to come back in a few minutes when it's done, and they'll
great.
tell us how dope it is. Because I don't bullshit people, dude.
It's so dumb, but it was so fun, and it turned out so good.
Like,
The intro is
Come here,
the intro is the best.
come here, Justin. Give me those beer cans. Oh my God, you guys! I don't know where you guys think this is a good idea. Give me the beer cans.
What am I going to give you the beer cans
Give
for?
me the beer cans.
Where's the garbage?
I'm gonna go put them in the garbage, dude. Don't put them on the floor.
Well, it's not like your dog's going to drink them. She has no hands.
It's such a silly thing to do. I don't know where this happened. Like, you're not the only one. There's like I swear to God, 40% of my hosts just put everything on the actual floor. I don't know what fucking weird ass fucking suburb you guys were raised in, but don't put things on the floor. It's weird. Like, what the fuck is wrong
This
with you
coming from a guy with things all over the floor.
guys? Don't judge me.
Yeah. So what are you even talking about?
Let's take another break. We're gonna wrap it up with your shit.
Are you gonna play something?
Yeah.
What are you gonna play?
We're gonna figure it out right now because we're gonna take another break.
Yeah. Make it happen.
You emailed it to me.
I emailed we're streaming on everywhere and on
Dude,
YouTube.
God damn it! I'm firing everybody. All my
bad.
producers who didn't show up tonight, you're all getting fired. Seriously, because I don't even know how to pull this shit up. You know what? Let's just play something, dude, from YouTube. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna get demonetized. What do you want to play?
No. Play. Let's go to. Let's play the Princess Die Hard live with David Mutter.
All right.
Because
let's pause that.
We made an album, and then we made a whole nother album with all the same songs, but 8 different vocalists from the Twin Cities music scene.
God damn it.
And David Mutter crushed it on his version.
So all I got to do is figure out which fucking scene is actually going to play this goddamn YouTube because we made this so complicated. This is why I get so frustrated, dude.
All right. Well, maybe how about we just don't play it and people just go on the internet?
No, but we got to take a break, and I don't want to keep playing my music like it's fucking. I'm trying to self-indulge, dude. Like I'm trying to play your shit, dude. But I was supposed to have a goddamn producer here who knows how to work this shit because we set this up for them. And now when I'm sitting over here with no fucking producer, I don't even know how to play a fucking music video from YouTube. See, it makes me feel like an amateur. Dude, I built this for them, and now I don't even remember how to run it.
You should have built it so you know how to run it.
I think it's this one. Yeah, I think we need to be on this scene. Yeah, we'll be on this scene. Okay, it's going to take me a minute. You guys got to be patient with me, man. You guys got to be patient because I'm running this.
They've probably already watched the video.
No, we're gonna do this, dude.
Okay, you're gonna make it happen.
We're gonna make this happen.
It's gonna be great.
Oh my god, I gotta go to the other fucking. I gotta go to the other chair to do this, dude. This is so fucking irritating. Hold on, I'll be right back.
What chair?
I have to go sit in the producer chair.
Oh Jesus. Does that mean I'm still on camera talking?
Yeah, somebody's doing something right now. All right.
It's so great.
We're going to go full screen, theater mode. Theoretically, this should just play.
Well, you always wanted to know what it sounded like with us with vocals.
Let's go.
We got a CD that has lots of them on there. We also have a guy who did them on one of the songs. This one's
see
called
if I
Princess
pulled this
Die
up
Hard.
Hey, here you go. Have this chord set. I gave you chord sets on a mic.
Yep, we're working.
Hi.
Yeah.
You sick of me yet? Not sick of me.
We're not sick of you.
They're not. They're trying to hire me now.
Love you, Dave.
Love you.
Here you go. Dave.
What is that? Ooh, is that beard hair?
Eat it. Gives you strength.
Do I eat the beard hair?
Yes. It's a white one. Don't do that before you fucking sing. Oh, no. It's like beard oil. I like that.
It's worse than a pube.
It's a long
You want money?
shit from us.
I mean, if you liked it,
Yeah.
buy some shit from us.
Yep. That's basically how it goes.
That's marketing.
Yep. Marketing.
That's,
I'm not gonna.
that's metal band marketing.
I'm not
right
gonna
there.
put. I'm not gonna push it on anybody.
You got to guilt people, man. You got to make them feel guilty.
Nah, you don't have to make them feel guilty.
Yeah, man.
You
You got to
just have
shame
to-
them, dude.
you
That's
just
how
have to-
everything else is done in this world.
Nah, you just have to do your own
You
thing.
didn't get vaccinated, you horrible piece of shit.
Yeah, we're not gonna go down that road.
Wait, you didn't agree with me on this one thing?
Yeah.
Oh, condemned forever. I didn't mean to strike a nerve, Justin. I'm
No,
sorry.
there's no nerve struck. It takes a lot to strike my nerves.
You sure you don't want a cigar, buddy?
No, I'm good. But yeah, what else we got to talk about?
You mean you don't want to experience the greatest pleasure known since pirate times?
No, I guess I'd rather be a pirate.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't think you thought that one through, bro.
No.
Being a pirate sucked.
Yeah, it would probably suck.
The only good thing about pirate life was cigars. That was it. That's the only thing that came out of it.
I don't know. Having a cool hook would be pretty
I
fun.
was just gonna say nobody's walking around with peg legs.
I've been watching Arrested Development, rewatching that.
Classic.
Yeah, so good when he gets a hook for a hand. Good times.
Jason Bateman plays the best straight man in all of Hollywood. Like,
He's
and
good.
what I mean by straight man, for anybody who's confused in watching or listening, I don't mean straight as in sexuality. I mean straight as in not funny. So when all the other characters
Yeah,
are being
but it is
crazy,
funny.
the straight man is the one who like is normal.
Yes, but the things that he
can
says
be
is
funny,
fucking hilarious.
But
and
he's not the comedic relief. He's the straight
Oh,
man. Like it's a
no, he-
role that you play.
he still has some very, very comedic things.
Yeah.
But then at the
but
same
he's
time,
literally playing the straight man.
Ozark, fucking that show is
Mm-hmm.
great, and he just crushes it in there too.
When
Yeah.
he's in Horrible Bosses, and you got Jason Sudeikis and you got Charlie
Day,
just absolutely hamming it up.
wild card bitches.
You've got him absolutely hamming it up. Jason Bateman's a straight man. Even though Jason Bateman has dozens of hilarious lines, the role he's playing is what's called a straight man.
Yeah.
He's the normal guy. He's the serious one. And I don't know that there's anybody better at playing that role than Jason Bateman in comedy. That's the
Yeah.
point. Because you always have to have a straight man.
He's a
in
funny
comedy.
dude.
Jerry Seinfeld was the straight man in Seinfeld. You know, you had Kramer, you had fucking George Costanza, you had Newman, you had all these other eccentric personalities, and Jerry Seinfeld's the normal one. That's called the straight man.
Yeah.
That's all I mean. For anybody who's confused about what the fuck I'm talking about, it has nothing to do with sexuality. It's just the like normal one the barometer, so to speak. That's what they call the
Right.
straight man. I think Jason Bateman might be the best at that. In the middle of a comedy movie when everybody's trying to fucking humble up and like calm down, like Jason Bateman does that. Just, dude, did you see the one with the McCarthy chick? What's her name? I can only think of Jenny McCarthy, but her cousin, the fat hilarious one.
Oh, not her cousin, but Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah, they're cousins.
What?
Yeah, they're cousins.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're like actual cousins.
Huh.
But you're right. Melissa McCarthy is the one I was thinking. The
She's
hilarious
hilarious.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking like insanely hilarious.
Yeah. What was that one?
Identity Theft?
Identity Theft. Yeah.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was a
dude.
pretty good movie.
He plays the normal dude, and
Yeah.
she just goes ham in every scene,
Yeah.
and it works perfectly.
Yeah,
Just
it's good.
genius.
Yep. Well, I mean,
What else you want to talk about, dude? We got another fucking 45. What time is it?
I don't know. I should probably fucking wrap her up.
What time is it?
It's 8:50.
Oh, yeah. We do. What, we got 20 minutes, 25 minutes tops?
Yeah. I mean,
yeah, let's wrap this up. What do you want to talk
know.
about? What do you want to close this out with, dude?
I could listen to Cymothoa. Listen to Den of Thieves. If you need design work in any format, business, death metal, from donuts to death metal.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my new one.
Death metal and deadlifts, donuts to death metal.
Donuts to death metal. Well, I did death
So you
metal.
got donuts
I
to
did death metal and deadlifts.
Death metal to deadlifts. That's your journey.
I did those for him. But yeah, I do all sorts of shit and listen to my bands or not. Don't really care.
I mean, definitely do though.
Yeah, I mean, I think we make some pretty cool shit. So that's really all it really matters. Like we go back to the conversation before.
Yeah,
I
get it a little better now.
I'm proud of the shit that we've made.
If I'm your manager, here's what I'm gonna say. Right? Like if this is Hollywood,
If you're my manager, you're fucking fired, Bob.
Dude, I'd be the best manager. You don't even know, dude. I'd be the best thing that ever happened to your band. But anyways, so if I'm your manager and this is old school Hollywood, here's what I say is you may not like Cymothoa, and that's cool. But Cymothoa is a good band, and you cannot say they're not good. Same thing goes with Den of Thieves. It may not be your vibe, but they are good. They are good not just at their instruments. They're good at what they do. These are pros. And if you don't vibe with it, cool. That's a style preference. That's a style difference. But this is dope band, worth being checked out. Don't sleep on them because someday they're going to be the cool band that you could have been.
We're just all fucking old.
You could have been on this train.
We're all old lifers.
You could have been on this train. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. And if you don't like us, if you don't like Cymothoa, if you don't like if you don't, then fuck off.
I take pride.
Cool.
Take pride in being a lifer.
It ain't for you.
Just fucking continue to do your shit and don't fucking.
You know what you should name your next album?
Take shit from anybody.
You should name your next album The Lamplighter Lounge.
I'm not gonna go to the Limp Lifter. That's a fucking. See, this is why if you were a manager, this is why if you were a manager, you're fired.
No, it's a great idea.
No, you fucking take it then. I'll come up with mine.
That'll be my
you
third
keep
album.
Yours one.
That's my third album name.
The Limp Lifter. Yeah.
Just literally name it the name of the strip club, the Lamplighter Lounge.
Yeah. Well, like I said, if you
When's your next show? Plug all that shit.
Well, Saturday.
This Saturday.
That'd be this Saturday at Zora Darling.
2 nights from now.
Yep.
Zora Darling.
Reaping Asmodea. With Dead Hands Rising. Den of Thieves. Caustic Abyss. Gonna be a rager.
That is quite the build. Dude.
Yeah,
You got Reaping, Dead Hands,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
and Caustic Abyss
Yeah.
all on the same show.
Yeah.
That's a bang. Dude, if you're into... I'm just going to tell you guys right now. I know a lot of my listeners are not into death metal. I know a lot of my listeners are not into the heaviest of... But I know a lot of my listeners are into vibes. And if you want to go to a vibe...
Well,
it's
a lot of
this is a vibe show because you got 4 elite level bands doing what they do at the top of their craft, all in one night in one venue in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
It's probably gonna sell out
in a central location. Get to this show. Get to the show because even if you aren't into the genre of music, like you want to be at that show because it's going to be a vibe. Like it's going to be a vibe.
Yeah, I mean
everybody. It's something where you're going to be like, "Wow, man!"
Everybody brings a different style for sure. So Caustic Abyss is very.
I might sneak out to that one.
Straightforward death metal, fucking great shit. And then we have, I don't know, lots of. It's I guess Pantera and Hatebreed had a baby.
Oh shit, we're still
and
sitting
then-
on this stupid scene.
Well, I mean,
That's why we need the producer
that's
back.
why you're bad at your job.
Yep. Yep. That's why I hired somebody and paid
Yeah.
them to not be here tonight.
And then you got fucking Dead Hands bringing that hardcore business from the olden days. Not olden days. I mean, they need to just keep making more music. And then Reaping with, extreme,
it's Reaping.
extreme technicality.
I mean, it's Reaping.
So it's definitely 3 different styles of music, or 4 different styles of music. Sorry, it's gonna be a fucking good time.
It's going to be a banger. Probably be sold out. Looking
And then
forward to it.
Cymothoa's got a show in June and July. One
Where
at
can people go to catch those dates? Stay up to date on your band.
I think it's June. Yeah, it's June.
where can they go to
June
get up to date?
13th? They can go on the internet and they can use the information superhighway. If you're not stupid, and if you are stupid, then talk to one of your smarter friends. But yeah,
What page do they go to follow you specifically?
it's on the internet. Yeah, you'll find it. If you can, I mean, you probably won't be able to pronounce our name, and if you can possibly spell our name, you'll be able to find it. Once again, yeah, June 13th is at the Minnesota Music Cafe, and July 11th is at Palmer's. And it's an outdoor-indoor thing. We're playing with Impaler on that one. That'll
I
be
don't know. I don't know
fucking
how you just did it.
Fun.
I don't
Did
know
what?
how you just did it. You just turned the worst promo into the best promo of all time.
Yeah.
Because we
That's-
should be able to clip that and turn that into your promo.
fucking give it.
It's on the internet, and
Yeah.
if you're stupid, fuck you.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, I'm sorry, but I
love you, buddy.
like I said before,
I love you, man.
I give
think you're great.
I give lots of shits about what I do, but you know, I do all I can do, and if anybody can't find it from there after all I've done, then fucking figure it out. And this goes to the song that I've created. I sing it to my children sometimes. FIGR, figure it out.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
That's
So
a good
it's
song.
that nice little, figure it out.
It's a great song.
Fucking figure it out.
I'm playing in St. Cloud June 6th at the Color Bar downstairs with Cass Sinatra. Can't tell you who the other 2 bands are because don't fucking know yet. But
Cass Sinatra's rules.
we're gonna do a bunch of shit with them over the next few years. We love those guys. I think Dennis Asher and Lance Reed. I think that whole band is
Jake is playing bass, right?
yeah. Jake from In the Morning.
Yep.
I think that whole band is just
Some of the earliest design work that I did. I did the In the Morning CD.
way back in the day.
Yes, way back in the day.
Throwback, baby. Area 52 lore
Yeah.
right here.
Yep. Oh, and
yeah,
then
we're doing
also
some cool shit, dude.
yeah, if anybody needs logos, you got businesses, you got bands, you want illustration, you want a picture of a flower or a picture of a flower that's puking guts, I can make those. So, yeah, that's about
But
all.
where do they go to get that?
Oh, you can find me at Narwhal Design Solutions, and it's spelled with a G, GNAR.
Like the animal.
Yeah, Narwhal, but with a G, because gnarly. You get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, if you were good at your job, you would have put that information up there because I sent you over an image that was totally fit for a YouTube screen that had all of my information on it.
Yep.
But if you're not, you could use, the internet and just spell Narwhal, GNAR.
By the way,
WH
just for my
AL.
producers, just for my two producers that I pay out of pocket to be here, who both coincidentally couldn't come tonight. If you guys are watching, all of this passive aggressiveness is directly at you guys. Because there's only so much I could do, and I pay you to be here, and you didn't show up tonight. So,
When I'm
boys,
not-
this one's on you.
Yeah, and I'm not really passive aggressive. I'm mostly
I'm super aggressive.
I'm mostly aggressive. Yeah. So listen to shit.
Did you know that's not the right term, by the way?
What?
It's not aggressive versus passive aggressive. It's active aggressive. We are active aggressive.
I'm
I'm actively telling you guys you fucked up tonight.
I don't play by
and
terms.
we did our guest a disservice because we didn't have all this graphics and things on screen that we definitely would have had. You guys blew it, and you know
fine.
what? Everything
Doesn't matter.
Everything's been ruined, and this, you know what? This was barely worth doing. I had a great night tonight. I enjoyed this evening tonight, but our producers weren't here, so
Yeah.
man, it was almost not
We go
worth
to
doing.
one of my favorite bands, Faith No More, with Be Aggressive.
I'm not very-
BEAGGRESSIVE.
I'm not very good at being sarcastically funny. Like, I can be funny, but I'm not very good at it. I just sound like a dick. So, jokes aside, you guys follow him, Narwhal Design Solutions,
Cymothoa, Den of Thieves.
Den of Thieves.
Go to shows.
If you want to follow
Actually-
me, Jared Singer live on all the platforms. We're playing in St. Cloud June 6th with Casanatra.
Yep. Don't just sit and watch videos from home.
Oh,
Actually,
like
go to
and
a show.
subscribe this podcast, by the way. We got to get to 500 so we can get these
Gotta
producers
hit the
paid.
like and subscribe.
Do that thing, and then
Touch
we can pay
the
the
buttons.
producers who aren't here tonight. Like, they can earn free money. So hit that like and subscribe so I can pay people who aren't here doing their job right now. Because it's all about them, you guys.
That's why I can't get behind any of the like I said before.
It's all about them.
I can't get behind the touch the buttons and put more things. It's like everybody,
It sucks.
It's like 12.
It sucks.
Like and subscribe. Hit that fucking like button, bud.
Yeah, and hit the notification bell if you want to be updated
hit
on
the
all the
fucking
things we're
bells.
doing. Yeah,
You get those bells at fucking 3:30 in the morning when you're trying to sleep.
So do me a favor and tickle my bells. Tickle my bells if you guys want to be updated on things that I'm doing on this channel. I love
Sorry,
you guys.
I'm being an asshole. But anyway.
Me too. I'm actually leaning into it right now.
Right.
I love you guys. Jokes aside, sarcasm aside, seriously, follow him, Justin Boehne, Cymothoa, Den
He
of
said my
Thieves,
name right. Nice work.
Fucking Narwhal Design Solutions. If you want to follow me, we're dropping all the bits. If you want to follow me, Jared Singer live. We're playing in St. Cloud June 6th with Casanatra. I don't have the two St. Cloud bands that I can name yet, but that's coming out next week. Love you guys.
Fucking like and
Sincerely,
subscribe.
from the bottom of my heart. All the cheesiness aside, like, for real. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I had a great night. See you.